Senior and internet conservative.
This is what it is. On the run, ENT.
Man, hey, we had a hell of a week. I want to get that off the way first. Me and Chop dealing with this
New everything.
We trying to get used to this shit, but
Bear with us. We'll be all right.
not only that, we got a producer for the show.
We have
now.
a producer that steps in next week. Actually, you guys.
Yeah, so it's a lot of things about to change. We trying to get paid.
Yeah, we're trying to monetize now.
Lisa, you trying to get paid? You know, no extra cash.
As Lisa say, I need them coins. We need them coins.
Imagine somebody paying you saying, "No, I don't want to pay."
Right. Who say that? Real talk. Real talk. I'm glad to be
Man.
back.
Me too. I want to give a shout out to Dave again.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Amazing dude. He's been working with us trying to get this, trying to get this thing cracking. We've been doing this for 5 years. Me and Lisa, we started off with a dream. We 5 years later, now we trying to get paid.
Trying
Y'all
to
gotta start
stay-
following us. You'll see.
Yeah, start following and start sharing. Make sure
Right.
that you share.
And our YouTube,
Yep. YouTube, Instagram.
Instagram, Facebook.
Yeah.
We're trying to get them all right now.
Yeah. Definitely. So next time when y'all see us up, you'll be able to see where it says subscribe and share, and also you'll have your alerts. When we go on, you'll see the alerts letting you know that it's new. What's that word? I went to Lexington. Content.
Yeah, I went to Lexington too. I gotta go.
You just studied more than I did. No, I went to Gary. Put it like that. You studied more. You study more.
Yeah.
You study more. But and by the way, Old School be here in a minute. He just had to take care of some family business, but he'll be here in a minute, doing his duties as he normally do for his pops. So with the Old School, shout out to my bro. Shout out to Old School.
Okay, like I said before, every week now, probably after the next week or two, we need y'all to subscribe to our YouTube page.
Yeah, definitely.
You're gonna start seeing our content the following day. Instead of Saturdays, you'll see it on
Sundays.
on Facebook. But on YouTube, you'll see it live. So we're working on a whole lot of things. Like I said, we're trying to get paid.
And we got a producer who's gonna produce the show. That's gonna be so dope.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's gonna be a whole different face of it. And thank God, you know what I mean? Because we trying, y'all. We trying, but it's gonna get better. And they say you don't try, you never know. You only lose by not trying. You know what I mean? So, new producer for the show, where Pops will be able to sit back and relax and be the host as he is.
Cause my old ass be stressing.
So don't have to stress.
Hey, my old ass be stressing.
You ain't got to stress.
But I get it though. I mean, you gotta crawl before you walk.
Crawl before you
know what I mean? We've been crawling for 5 years.
Yeah. Well, now it's
You know what I
time to
mean?
walk.
And I cannot give enough shout out and love to Lisa. Cause I tell you, man, she was here from day one.
That's facts.
You know what I'm saying?
As the kids say now, no cap.
What the hell does that mean?
That mean no lie.
Okay.
If you say you capping, that mean you lying. That sound better. I wish we had that because we used to get whooped for saying you're lying. That didn't we? Getting in trouble.
That was just
That's a
like
cussing word.
That was like cussing.
That was like cussing. So
Don't you say that word?
yeah, we don't. Yeah, now it's called capping, bro. So when they say you capping, that mean that you lying.
Yeah.
So no cap.
That was like cussing.
Like cause it was too close. Like you used to say, dang, mom used to go, that's too close to damn.
That's too close to
Yeah.
them.
You know?
Who told you could say that?
Right. Real talk.
You get that look. You get that I turn the look.
Yeah. You got that look. Ain't that crazy? We used to have that look that you knew how to
You
be
knew
6
you was in
o'clock.
trouble,
Yeah, you messing up in church and mom in the choir stand and look down at you, give you that look, you 6 o'clock.
Once you stopped chewing that gum and sucking on that peppermint, you was in trouble.
Oh, forever.
Because she would just be glaring at you.
She waited until you got home, then she put you
You
at,
didn't go home.
you didn't want to go
You want to
home.
stay at the church.
That's real talk, y'all.
Yeah, you want to stay at church and keep that church lunch and dinner / Bible study a little bit longer. Yeah, hope she cool off.
Cool off and forget.
Yeah, if you want her to cool off and be too tired because it's time for you to go to bed because it's for you to go to school the next day, and you hope she just cool the hell off.
Open.
Because if she go home fresh,
Oh,
it's
it
done.
was a fresh butt whooping.
It's done.
Fresh butt.
But if she was like my mama and had a long memory, she may not would be, but you was gonna be on punishment for a long fucking time.
Yeah,
They ain't made no difference. You're like, shit, I should just.
why do we used to call it restriction when we was kids? Like, yeah, restriction.
No, that was punishment. I didn't get restrictions.
We got restriction.
You didn't do shit. There ain't no damn restriction. No, that's punishment. You don't do shit.
Nothing.
Concentration camp. You don't do shit.
Don't even look out the window.
No, you don't worry about the window. You don't pay for that shit. You don't own the right. You lost the right to look out the damn window. You didn't even answer the door.
She is not lying, y'all.
That's what you do.
Yeah.
Well, hey, Old still ain't here, but you know, as we always
I'll
do.
say it. JT Taylor. Cool in the gang and all of that.
Mr. Chop, what's up with you?
Man, posted like a stamp. Feeling good, man. Thing seeing it getting closer and closer, bro.
Lisa Marie from the SSB.
What it do, y'all? I'm
Come
back
on,
for
man.
another week.
Yeah,
Another back every week.
man, that's right. So glad you are.
Yeah.
No, that's right. No, that's right.
And our guest actually, she still should be on her way. She had a little car mishap, but she'll be here, which is who?
Mercy.
C, female rapper out of Pomona, California. And I think y'all gonna love her.
Where?
She from the P.
Okay.
She from the P.
There it is. There it is. Well, we're gonna do what we always do every week. We're gonna start off to get down sports.
Yeah.
Lisa, holla at us.
A couple of things.
Talk to
I
us.
watched that Anthony Joshua.
Oh,
Like I was saying earlier, we was talking before we came on air. When he was showing, his training and stuff these last couple of days, I was watching. I've never seen him in that shape.
and he looks good.
He looked really, really good, and he was really crisp today. That jab, he was really on point. He went in there, whatever game plan that they set out, he went in and focused on that game plan. He didn't let nothing deter him, and he.
You hear what she just said? She said, today, this is when I called you and I said, come and watch him. Watch him right quick. Remember?
Yeah.
And first thing you said was that he ain't never had a jab like that.
That jab, he was snapping that jab.
Wasn't
He was.
And it was
snapping that
stiff.
jab. Yeah.
stiff. So shout out to
That was a great fight.
It was a great fight.
And then, we got a couple of updates because, as I said, the Budapest World Championship starts next week on the 19th.
Yeah, I think that.
But a couple of things. There's just some updates. Sydney McLaughlin-Larone had to pull out. She's got a slight knee injury, so we won't be able to see her in the 400 flat.
So she's not running.
So she's not going to run. But she should be back for September to run the 400-meter hurdles against Femke Bol.
Who is that?
Who's the favorite from the Netherlands to win
Okay.
in Budapest. You'll
Okay.
see her next week. She's done.
Hey, I don't know if I was tripping, but I was watching some track and field the other day, and it was the
4x4? 100 of the 4x4.
You?
100. We had
That little girl got snatched.
2 black girls and 2 white girls.
Wow. Oh,
There's like a U20 going right now in the United States. Let me tell you,
I think it was. I think it was.
the United States, that young girl, Shanti Jackson,
What's her name?
that's the one that's running 10-8. She's only 17, 18 years old. That's your next phenom. That's going to be something.
keep an eye on her.
Definitely, definitely.
Okay.
She barely missed this year
Wow.
coming out of high school. We have an update. Remember, I was telling you about Assam Masinga.
Yeah.
Right.
He's got a provisional doping charge, and he got caught. There is under investigation. I guess they're going to wait for sample B to come back to see if it's in that. But what troubled me about this one is the drug that he was using called carabine. That drug it's a metabolic drug. Basically, it speeds up your metabolic system. But what's dangerous about this drug, and the reason why it's on the ban list, is it's known to cause cancer.
Oh,
So I'm concerned that you're
okay.
giving this 18-year-old kid this cancer-causing drug. And now I'm concerned at how long you've been keeping it,
He's been doing it. Yeah.
because you were just cutting his life short by doing that. So we're waiting for that to come back, because he is challenging that provisional. They call it a provisional ban.
You know what's crazy that I remember, I think like probably 2 or 3 years ago when you told me, I don't know if it was a fight going on or somebody tested positive, and you said that over the counter, excuse me, over the counter medication sometimes can cause you to test positive for.
Yeah,
You
but
know what I
this
mean?
but this particular drug is very distinctive.
Okay.
Okay, and meaning that it's there's no.
Is it illegal? The drug
yeah.
that he had, is it illegal for the
Yes.
sports? Okay.
Yes, and
Okay.
and it's banned, period, because it's known to cause cancer.
Okay.
So that's why it's not even really being used in medicine. So for him to test positive for that particular drug, I side-eyed that. I'm like, okay, who's giving this kid?
Yeah,
this
because
shit?
your ass no medication.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I do for a living.
Right.
And
Yeah, I'm
I
saying.
side-eyed that shit, like, who's giving this kid this shit? I mean, and it just disturbed me that they would do that. Now, Toby Anderson of Nigeria has been cleared, so she should be able to run next week in Budapest to defend her 100-meter hurdle title. She's the world record holder, and she's the world champion. I still think U.S. gonna get in her ass.
You think so?
Oh yeah, because the lineup we got coming up out of
Who's her? I was about to ask you.
but who I think is going to win is Jasmine Camacho Quinn of Puerto Rico. That's the
name?
Jasmine Camacho Quinn of
Where
Puerto
have you not
Rico,
been that before?
because she is the Olympic champion of Tokyo. That's where you heard that from. And with whooping ass. Yeah. She's back. And like I said, that's something I'm looking to see. That's really the race I want to see. More so than the women's 100 meters.
Okay. And what's her name again?
Jasmine Camacho Quinn. Oh, you won't forget it when you see it.
She married. She got son. She got.
No,
last name.
she does, because her father and her mother's last name. Her mother's Puerto Rican. Her mother was a Puerto Rican track athlete.
Okay.
Her dad is a American track athlete. Both of her parents were track
Hey,
athletes.
you got to wear both names. Yeah, that's
What's going
smart.
on with that?
Dope.
And like I said, she dope. And I'm really looking forward to seeing that women's 100-meter hurdles, because that field is loaded.
Really?
It's much like
Hey.
the women's 100 meters. It's loaded.
You say it's loaded?
It's loaded. It
It
may take a 10-5 to win that. That's how fast that field is. It may take a 10-5 to win that.
So is Shikari in any of this right now?
Yeah, she's in the 100 and the 200. Shelly Ann Fraser Price of Jamaica pulled out of that 200.
Why is that?
Because there's nowhere in the world that she can handle 3 rounds of the 200, 3 rounds of the 100 meters. At 37 years old, that's too many rounds. And then also run the 4x1. That's too many rounds. So, and she's also coming off injury.
Oh, that makes a difference.
That's something that
Yeah.
yeah,
Into that.
yeah, you must take it easy when it comes to that.
Yeah.
Because Father Time he always wins hands down. So I don't blame her. I'd have pulled out that 200 too. And at that 200, you don't need that. Go
Yeah.
get 4x1.
Yeah.
So like I said, it's a couple of people. I think Athene Mo, I don't think, of the United States, I don't think that she's going to be running either. I think that Bobby Kersey pulled her out of that 8. So I'm not really sure. They're probably going to
Bobby who?
Bobby Kersey. He's the coach.
So one of the curses is still involved?
Yeah, Bob Kersey's still coaching.
Dope.
That's what I thought you said.
That's dope.
Yeah, he's still
That's
coaching.
dope. That's dope.
He coaches Sydney McLaughlin, LeBron, and Afang Mo, and Jenna Prandini. Oh yeah,
That's dope.
because I think he focusing next year. Let me tell you, Sydney McLaughlin will be the 400-meter champion, and she'll be the world record holder too. She will be the world record holder.
Well, I want to know, do you remember a name when we were kids? It used to be a track coach. Let's see if you're going to say the name. And his kids went to Pomona High School.
Probably, he just passed away too.
Well, I didn't know. If you say the name, I didn't know that he passed away. He was, and his son played football. He had a daughter. That was the cheerleader. Mr. Gregoire.
Only Gregoire.
Thank you. I knew the two of them.
Yeah, he's a coach.
I did not know that he passed.
Yeah. I ran for the kids.
You never knew that.
Yeah.
You know, Mr. Gregoire, rest in peace, Mr. Gregoire.
Yeah.
Passed away?
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. The Queen has arrived. The Queen has arrived. We blessed. She just walked in the house.
She just walked in the building.
In the house.
In the building. She in the building.
Yeah. So, yeah, he passed away. It's been quite a few years.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I didn't
it's
know
been
that.
quite a few years. But
Hey,
yeah,
Queen?
yeah, I mean,
Bless.
but yeah, he was a coach of the Southern California Cheetahs as well.
Yeah, for years.
Mhm.
Yeah. And one of the other coaches used to live next door to me.
Who?
That was a track coach at Ganesha.
I can't think of his name either, but I know who you're talking
He
about.
was my neighbor. He lived.
Mhm.
It was
Because
TJ. It was yes.
because
yes.
also Coach Michelle Taylor.
TJ. Andrea's and them dad.
I can't think of his name.
Can't think of his name because he thought our dog killed. So he fucked with him.
You say that when we killed their cat. Our dog killed their cat.
He got rid of our dog.
Yeah, you say it.
Yeah, because Gregoire also Coach Michelle Taylor.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's him.
Yeah.
So anyway, we spoke on somebody.
And she
And
just.
she-
It's my niece.
Get up a little bit. Get up a little bit.
She gonna co-host with us.
Yeah, she's gonna co-host with us. We're gonna have fun.
Tell her what the name is. Tell her what the name is, baby.
Yeah, I'm just here chilling with my family. Lisa, I'm just excited right now. Let's get it.
We've only just begun.
Your interview's gonna be so dope. We got so much to learn about you. Well, the world gonna get a lot of insight. Yeah, finish with that.
Yesterday, in Raider camp, I guess Devontae Adams got injured, they were saying. Josh McDaniels came out and said it wasn't that big of an injury. Well, we'll see tomorrow because the scrimmage game between Josh McDaniels said it wasn't that bad, so we'll see. I'm gonna wait and see tomorrow to see if he plays in the scrimmage game between the Raiders and the 49ers. See if he plays. It comes on tomorrow, so we'll see. Cause I don't take nothing he said at face value. I
know how you get down.
Not to show me because see the shit I've been seeing. I'm
Right now,
just
we're talking about the Raiders.
right.
Talking about the Raiders.
So that's what's going on with that.
We still ain't got no info from Josh.
I haven't heard anything about Josh Jacobs. I don't know what's going on with
not
that.
good.
It's not really good. But if they rescind that franchise tag, he's gone. I'm gonna tell you right now. And once they lose him,
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap. You ain't gonna have no running game. I'm sorry, I don't have no hope in Jimmy G. Jimmy G was getting picked off in practice. I don't.
Is his health good though? How's Jimmy G looking as far as? Because he stay injured.
Well, that's the point. I don't care what his health looking like. He still can't throw beyond 40 yards, even healthy.
You
So
said
it doesn't
that
make any
before.
difference to me. You got a deep threat like Devontae Adams, and you can't get the ball down the field to him. So what you gonna do when you got a football team that can stop the run?
Wallace, so we can't go
Yeah.
in and out.
Yeah. So what's gonna happen when you can't? When you got a team that stops the run, what you gonna do?
You can't go deep.
Can't do nothing. He can't get nothing beyond 40 yards. So you're gonna get people hurt to try to catch the ball short yardage and make big gains. This is where we at. Anthony Davis signed an extension with the Lakers.
Did he?
Yeah.
And LeBron's back, so we already know what that.
Yeah.
that's-
So they did well in the off season. They did very well. Boston Reeves is looking good. I think he's playing for the USA team. The women's USA team that they're talking about sending to the Olympics look great. Those girls look great.
Let's go.
and the guys are going to look great too. So I'm really excited for 2024 Paris because we're really going to send a hell of a team.
Right, right. See, that's important to me because the
I'm
Lakers.
excited. I'm excited. I just really am excited more so about basketball than I am
Well,
about football.
I'm excited about tomorrow's game because
Well,
we
it's
get
going
to
to
see
get.
what.
I'm going to see what they look like before the
That's
cut.
what I was about to say.
Before the cut,
That's what you're
because
going to where I'm going to.
and then once the cuts come in there, that's going to tell me all I need to know. Who you cut is what's going to tell me what I need to know.
Yep.
So Marcus Peters has been playing solid for us, which I figured he would because he's an Oakland boy.
Right.
So that I had no doubt because he's always solid everywhere he's gone.
But then we got Tom Brady as an investor or part
Yeah,
of the
he's
team.
an investor.
I think that he's going to make some good choices, though.
Well, I hope so. I hope they listen
I think that,
because
yeah, that's the
Josh and
point.
Dave, I treat them like Dave and Buster's. Josh and Dave be doing their own shit.
Like I
Josh
said,
and Dave.
you know both of them guys. They used to work for them.
And I just they gonna show me.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
We always have our faith up with the Raiders, but I've seen
My faith is on pause. It's in the middle. You got to show me.
well, let me tell you the funniest thing that I've seen. This morning, somebody sent me, I have it on my phone. They sent me a meme, but actually not even a meme. It was actually a dude that's a Raider fan, had his Raider hat on, and he's standing there and he get a phone call. And it goes, yeah, San Francisco is invading Las Vegas. And he said, they invading Las Vegas? He was like, yeah. He said, look out your window. And when he looked out the window, it had all of the LGBTQ, all the hands in the parade, walking down the street in Vegas. I said, they wrong, they wrong, they wrong, they wrong. No disrespect to, what is it?
LGBTQ.
We don't do that. Because they run this shit. Be nice to them. The alphabet gang don't play. Be good to them.
Yes, sir.
But I thought that was pretty funny. And what else we got as far as our news? You see Hawaii burnt up.
That is actually very sad because now they're bringing in cadaver dogs, and it's at least 1,000.
I think the last that they had was like 58.
Yeah,
that was this morning.
Yeah, it's gonna go higher than that because they got at least 1,000 people that are unaccounted for.
Yeah,
there were people down there jumping to their deaths to get into the water.
And people died in the water.
Yes, because it was sad. That was the saddest shit I ever seen. Because what happened was, and what they're saying now is that Maui really underestimated this brush fire. They did not know that it was going to be so devastating. That one town, Lehana, how do you say that? Every house it's gone.
You know that's my native land. You
Yeah,
know,
well,
I've been there so many times.
it's gone. That whole town is burned to the ground.
Gone. It's gone.
Luckily, Floyd Mayweather, Oprah Winfrey, they've been helping those people out. Oprah Winfrey said, look, I went down there donating to this and that. She said, no, I went down there and talked to the people and found out exactly what they need. And I went to Walmart and Costco and picked up and gave those people exactly what they need. Not donating to this place and that place, hoping that they'll get it.
So hold up.
Because she has her own island there. And she came off that island.
Oprah?
Yeah.
Oprah got her own island.
Yeah. And she opened up her island to them people, to those people that needed somewhere to go.
Maui is a small island.
Yes, but it's a series of islands.
Oh, I know.
And she has her own that she bought down there, and she opened up the gates for them people to come in there for shelter. And she talked to those people and found out exactly what they needed, and she went shopping and got what they needed.
Why shouldn't they do that when Katrina hit?
Well,
That kind of bothers me.
well, the thing of it is here again.
That's probably out there.
Well, I'm sorry, but I blame the state of Louisiana for Katrina.
Oh no, definitely.
And I'll tell you why.
Definitely.
I also blame
They knew it was weak years.
no,
before.
and I also blame the Bush administration because I'll tell you why. When Clinton left office, Clinton left money aside for them to fix those levees, and they knew that those levees would not withstand a Category 3 storm. They knew that. Instead, they took that money and put it into a worthless ass war that we could never win. That's what they did with that money. There was money to fix those levees, but that's what they did with that money.
I never knew that. I just know that. I just know that black people was living inside of the Mercedes, what is it called? What is it called? The Mercedes Stadium.
Well, some of them black people, let me tell you something. That shit was chaotic of what was going on
Right.
in that stadium that they don't like to talk about to this day. That was quite sad.
So Oprah invested into helping
Yeah.
those people. That's
She's
dope.
there.
That's dope.
So she's like, look, you know, and like I said then, people were so devastated even with Katrina.
Yeah, I know
The
that.
bottom line is they never intended to build that ninth ward back because they don't want you there.
No, they want to, what do they call it?
They already gentrified it. They don't want you
That's
there.
it. That's it.
And you shouldn't want to live there because half of that shit over there in Ninth Ward is Cancer Alley. A lot of young people is getting all from all the factories and shit and all the runoff and all the illegal dumping that they're doing. A lot of people dying of strange cancers down there. It also infected the seafood, everything down there. That's what people don't understand.
I believe that. I truly believe it. I promise you I do.
When people tell you that there's climate change and they sit there and you got these climate change deniers, well, you got Maui burning to the fucking ground. And wait a minute, hurricane season ain't began to start yet.
It ran through that. It ran through that like it was everything was.
It was
written out
apocalyptic, like they said.
Yes,
It was apocalyptic. And I'm going to tell you something now. These hurricanes that's getting ready to come are going to be apocalyptic. People are not paying attention
This
to
climate
what
change
is going on. It's real. Norway is flooded.
You know what's crazy is that when we were trying to watch it yesterday, my brother told me, he said, "Hey man, don't take it off. That's just too bad." He didn't even want to watch it. He was like, "I
It's
didn't want to
hard.
watch it."
I can't watch it.
And I was like, "Damn, bro." He was like, I don't want to watch
Because
it."
I'm imagining the bodies that's under that rubble that they have not found
Shit
yet.
was really
Yeah,
Yes.
that was the word.
It's heartbreaking. Those people jump into their deaths. City, gone. And nowhere
And
to
then
go.
what really got bro was that we were looking at boats that was in the water that was burnt up. All in the water. How the hell that happened?
Listen, that shit
Surrounded by
wet
water.
through,
So, yeah,
that
it's
shit
kinda bad.
wet through like nobody's business.
This thing was
I ain't never seen nothing like it.
Yeah, this thing
I
was
have
bad.
never seen nothing like it.
Yeah, me
But you know, we've been getting the warnings, we just haven't heeded them. Now I know people want to hear my views on the Alabama River.
I couldn't get it out good enough. Let me hear what you got to say about that.
I sat back and I watched it. I kicked my feet up.
Yeah, watch your chair, bro. Get her. Yeah.
I kicked my feet up
What did you think about that?
because this is everything that I have ever been taught and ever thought. This is no melting pot.
No, it's been.
It's never been a melting pot. Everybody in the United States is racist or prejudiced or colorist on some form or some level. And basically that's what it showed me. It showed me a bunch of poor white trash people that thought that they could drink and go down there and act a fool and got their asses whooped.
Right.
Then it showed me a bunch of black people who wants to have the chance of let's get Whitey jumping in, acting a fool.
Right.
Coming with chairs thinking you're WWE.
But you know, they had several problems with that same.
For 10 years. For 10 years.
Yeah, 10 years.
So the fool with the
They sit
chair,
there.
when I seen that, I put my head
Did ice
out.
cream or anything?
So when I saw this fool come down there with that chair, I'm like, bro, why are you hitting this old white lady sitting down?
Yeah, I couldn't believe that.
Nigga, what's wrong with you?
Did you see him? Did you see his reply?
Yeah. And then wait a minute, he done beat his friend up. Because first of all, the friend was the one that told his name. Told it. No, because it's true.
That mic wasn't on me.
He told the media his name, his friend's name, and then told him he's a big fan of wrestling. I'm like, nigga, you told.
Wait, though, who told?
His friend told him, that's how everybody knew the man's name. With the chair. Yeah, he's a big wrestling fan.
It's season.
So that explained him picking up the chair and running around here hitting these unarmed people with the chair. So now I'm like, okay, bro, you just fucked us all the way up now. Because when we complain about unarmed black men getting fucked up and tased up, here you come hitting unarmed white people.
Yeah, he did that. But
And now we got stupid ass niggas running around here with the chairs
yeah,
and
they
shit.
doing reenactments.
I said, okay, bro.
They're doing reenactments.
Guess what's getting ready to go down? They're gonna be locking up them damn chairs at Walmart like they doing the black hair care products,
Yeah, you right.
the damn formula and the cigarettes and the alcohol. You're gonna have to go get an assistant to go over there so you can buy a white chair. I'm like, y'all, listen, black people. I commend y'all for whooping the shit out of them drunk ass white people because they deserved it. So when they sobered up, I'm pretty sure they was hella sore. Because that's what you get. Because you got that liquid courage thinking you can use the N word and thinking you can go do what you need to do. But my advice to the brother, don't throw your hat like that no more and get banked.
Yeah, he threw the hat up at the wrong time.
Why are you throwing your hat in the ring and then you get banked and next thing you know you all over the ground, other people got to come rescue your ass. Don't do that no more, bro.
You know who came up out of everybody? The youngster who dove in the water.
No, but and then see
No, he came up.
Yeah, but then a lot of them was that crew. A lot of them was the crew.
Oh yeah,
And that white 16-year-old that went in there to help him, and they gonna get in trouble for hitting that boy too, because he underage. He came in there.
Like 16, wasn't
Yes, he came in there to help. See, this is what I'm saying. Black people, we must learn to be quiet and learn to be strategic. We're not strategic. We can't wait to come up in there with the t-shirts on, with the chairs and shit. We done bought out all the chairs and shit at Walmart. Guess what? That's gonna backfire on us so badly. We should have been taking that W and saying, okay, you know what?
Black folks don't think like
We don't think this way. We're too tribalistic. Because as quick as we came together for that brawl, we divided when the Tory Lane's sentencing came down.
Yeah, that's me by that.
First of all, we got niggas talking about free Tory Lanez and blaming Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah, when he rightfully shot that girl.
He shot her. Now I'm gonna tell you why he's stupid. Now the nigga done came and done made a statement. Guess what the nigga said?
What'd he say?
I'm never gonna apologize for something I didn't do. Nigga, if you don't kiss my entire ass.
Yeah, that was stupid.
Because in the next 2 to 4 years, you going up for parole. Guess what? Them white folks got a long memory. You done
They
put
gave him 10, didn't they?
They sure did. They should have gave him the 13 that the goddamn prosecution asked for. When I seen that, I said, yeah, you just, guess what, nigga? Yeah, you gonna do that 6 years. Cause guess what? See, in the next 2 to 4 years, when you go to the parole board, that's gonna be used against you because you put that statement out and had it put on social media, and they have a copy of that.
You know what made it bad about him was that he made the mistake by trying to fight and say he didn't do it. When you have the person, that's like me looking at Mercy, and Mercy knows for a fact that I shot her in her foot. And she tells the courts like, he did it. He's still denying something.
But see, the thing
can't
is,
deny something
you can't deny something that you already admitted to in a jail call. You called from the jail.
Oh, he talked to that girl. He sure did.
And admitted it.
He sure did.
Then you do one better.
He did.
Then
He
you
did.
do better. You go and make a bunch of diss records about her. Now everybody, all
He
these
did
people,
that?
yes, he did. Now, yeah, he did that. And you're
I
wrong.
didn't know that.
And you're wrong.
I don't know he did.
Now, let's go further.
I know he did.
Not only did you make a bunch of diss records, everybody that's blaming Megan Thee Stallion for that case even being taken to trial, you're all wrong. Let me explain California law to you. The district attorney, if they so deem fit, can push that trial even without the victim. The victim does not have to press charges, but the DA can move ahead.
Oh yeah, that's like
Move ahead.
It's like
But most people don't understand this. They do not understand
this
that
motherfucker.
that
Our engineer.
they can move forward with the case without you. They don't need you.
We love you,
And
damn, bro.
that's exactly what happened. George passed on.
It wasn't that.
Yeah, well, the bottom line is Megan Thee Stallion, when she got caught for perjury, she was trying to protect him. She did not tell on him.
You mean at first?
At first, yes. Well, then he turned around, started making a bunch of diss records. Oh, fuck it, I'm telling your ass. Fuck you. Now, let me tell you how tricky he is. The
I'm
girl,
done.
you might go and pull that one over there. You're talking over
Our
there.
engineer, we love you, but you have to make sure you get this right, bro.
Anyway,
I make music.
he then, that girl Ashley, she damn near perjured herself on the stand taking the fifth. He then turns around in his defense, and guess what he does? He goes and says she shot her.
Like you said that?
Tory Lanez. This is what
on a girl?
yes, he did. The same one that went and damn near perjured herself on the stand.
Did she go for it?
No, she didn't. He still got convicted.
She told the truth?
She took the fifth. She did not even try to implicate him. Yes, fifth. And that nigga went and did that shit. So I said, oh yeah, see, you can't be trusted. Then you over there with witness tampering. Why are you out on bail? You didn't even follow the guidelines of the bail. You out here jumping August Alsina because he didn't speak to you. And they got you on camera for that too. That was the reasoning for the 10 years, because not only your acts outside after you had already been in trouble for this.
Oh, God.
This is the shit he
know all
did.
this.
Yes, he did. He was showing your motherfucking ass before they even went to court. Yeah. Oh, he gonna learn today, because guess what? Them white people, they got long memories. They remember what you say and what you do. That shit gonna come up in that parole hearing. He gonna be on there, well, I've changed.
He got like what, 5 years to do that?
That's what I said. And white people ain't got no problem waiting.
Please forgive me.
Niggas keep their guns to themselves.
No, we don't. No, we just go out here. We just go out here just acting a fool and making ourselves look stupid and then we be crying. Like I said, another thing, black people, keep on tearing up these people.
Was that his sentencing, or was that just
That's what led up to his 10-year sentencing.
okay? So
All
he's in
those-
jail right now.
Yeah, he been in jail since December. When they convicted him, they put them bracelets on him.
Wow.
He been in there since December 23rd. When they convicted him that day, they took his ass to jail that day, but he was out all that time. Now they gave him a year off. He's got a year off of his sentence. So that's why I said he'll do probably 6.5. But see, the bottom line is you're not getting out for early parole because you made that statement. This is what I mean about black people needing to learn discernment, need to learn to be quiet, and learn to move silently and strategically, because that is how every other race that is above black people, that is how they have managed to stay out of the fucking way. They believe in education, community, and family. And they utilize those structures to the fullest. We do not. We believe in fuckery, backstabbing,
Stupidity.
stupid shit, self-destruction in every
I
form.
said self-snitching.
We tell on ourselves a minute. We will post some shit on social media in a minute and tell on ourselves that we done committed the crime. And it ain't a surprise that
And
they are out there.
videotape it.
Yeah, videotape the crime and then surprise we shocked. I'm gonna
That's
warn
crazy.
black people right now about the black community. Y'all about to be a desert in every way. Keep going in them 7-Elevens and robbing them, and going in them stores and Walmarts and stealing. That's what they're gonna do. They're gonna pack them bitches up and they're gonna keep doing the smash and grab. They're gonna pack that shit up. They're gonna pack that shit up and they're gonna take that shit up out of there. Guess what? You ain't got no money to build nothing. And you be crying, we ain't got nothing. Okay, keep on with them gas stations. You'll be going 30 or 40 miles running out of gas trying to get to that motherfucker to gas your car up. Keep on. I'm telling you.
Chicago is closing down every Walmart.
They sure are. And they over there crying, well, where we gonna go? They don't give a damn where you gonna go. The next door is 100 miles away. And how you gonna get there?
How do you loot a whole Walmart?
But this is what they're doing. This is stupid shit that they're doing. Looted the whole fucking Walmart. This is the stupid shit that
Chicago
they're
is closing
doing.
down all of it.
They're taking
Walmart.
gone. All the ones in Portland is gone.
Yeah,
They
they
took every one of them out of there. They are taking them out of the hood. Now they got a thing that if you go into the self-checkout at Walmart,
yeah, I seen
you gotta
that.
show your ID
Show ID now.
to get your ass out that store.
You just have to just show the receipt.
Nope. You got
I'm
to
telling
ID.
you, you just
When
show
you-
the receipt.
You have to show your ID when you come up in there. Then they forcing you to the self-checkout. That's how you got to come and show your ID. Already got that shit on doc, and people is pissed off.
Yeah, well.
But this is what we doing. The other shoe is getting ready to drop because Oakland, the NAACP has asked for a crime emergency to be declared, which means AKA crime bill. This happened in 1992 when the Black Congressional Caucus asked for a crime bill. We're going to get another crime bill.
Yeah, because it's called jugging now. They're jugging. You know what jugging means?
Crime bill, yeah.
You know what jugging means? Jugging means that say for instance, you get out your car and you walk into Starbucks. People that followed you the whole time, and when you park your car, by the time you walk into Starbucks, they busting out the window and they're taking everything outside your car.
Yeah,
it's
that's
all
what they're doing.
jugging.
Doing it in Oakland.
Jugging.
And
It's big in Oakland the first
co-workers of mine that was coming from Napa, they decided to stop off in Oakland to get something to eat before they went to the airport down in San Francisco. And that happened to them. They had all their luggage and everything stolen. So this is why I'm saying, this is what's going to happen. And we can't cry about this no more. We can no longer defend.
Yeah.
That's it. We can no longer defend the bad behavior.
Stupidity.
It's stupid. We can no longer cry about white supremacy and racism when we are self-sabotaging ourselves and they're going over there trying to get Ben Crump and them to come on down there and all these so-called black leaders to come down there. They ain't coming down there to the big shit. See, the
Right.
thing of it is, we're self-sabotaging ourselves and we're not building anything up for ourselves. And then we over here begging and crying. Like I said, you can do all the tours you want to. Ice Cube and them can take all these white people through all these tours and they want to do the hood. But guess what? Let me tell you what the white man's mindset is. They're looking at the destruction that you've done and they've taken a mental note and they're going back and telling their people in their neighborhoods, we don't want them over here.
Yeah, it's easy work. Easy work.
This is what they're doing.
Self-explanatory.
They don't want you in their neighborhoods. And so now we have what's going to be called, it's going to be a social credit score. It's going to be who you surround yourself, meaning who you surround yourself with is how you're going to be judged. Black people are not understanding this because now if this rule goes through, right? No, it's true. It's true. And what's happening now, like they got this thing where in Europe, and if this passes through, it'll be effective next year. You're gonna now that you not only will you have to have a passport and universal ID and all that stuff, you will now have to fill out a visa and pay an $8 fee, and they'll do a background check on you. If it's found that you have any criminal activity, you will not be able to visit anywhere in Europe. See, this is if that goes through, that'll also happen here in the United States and everywhere else. Canada's
That's
also
what they fighting for.
that's what they're trying to do. See, this is the thing with social credit score, who you surround yourself with and the things that you're getting into. China already uses it. People don't understand that these things
I
are
think
real.
they said he got. They said he got blue.
Oh, God. Don't worry about it. My goodness.
Belly.
Oh yeah, the blue building. Yeah, so this is what they're saying. And I look at all of these different news things and I look at how it's going to directly affect us instantly. We must be mindful when you're going over to these other countries, the way Sukiyana was carrying on over there in United Kingdom, that type of weird ass shit you do over there doing.
Oh.
Talking about eating ass and scratching ass and all this bullshit. That has consequences. Well, that's what they're doing. And talking about you gonna eat some ass or somebody gonna shit in your mouth. Whatever the hell you into. You see the trouble Lizzo in. It has consequences, y'all. I sit back and just watch the stupidity and I just can't. I'll be like, look at my people.
The
What
lady
is wrong with y'all? That white lady was appalled. I thought that white woman was gonna fall the fuck out. She looking at what in the what? That woman was in total shock. Like, what in the hell is this woman talking about? I said, "Boo, don't even worry about it. This girl, listen, don't even worry about it." It was embarrassing. But this is what's going on. Go ahead on. Do what you want. Go ahead on.
That's where it's at.
This is what's going on.
I all I could tell my dad, I was like, everybody used to trip on me about the littlest things. And look at now. What's
Right.
like, I'm not
Shout out to
that-
Ben. Shout out to Ben.
This is some shit that you couldn't even think could be dreamed up that you wouldn't even thought about.
First of all, let's be very clear. I care what my dad thinks.
Right.
Like I want to honor him the best way I can. I haven't been perfect.
No
But
way.
I promise you, I try to carry myself in a respectful way. So my dad, if he speaks about me, you won't hear nothing bad about you, not unless somebody hate it. You feel me?
Right.
But
It's just certain things like, okay, I'm all for being free.
yeah,
But that's just dumb.
yeah. I just think it's so much freedom now. You give certain people power. And they gonna go up. They gonna be who they are to the max. You got to think about it. Endless money. The more you act, the more money comes.
Mm-hmm.
So hey, let's turn up.
But you know what? But see,
and turn
that's
up.
what I'm saying. But see, that's kind of our fault because we've praised that behavior.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's why I said my generation, to a degree, is responsible for a lot of this because we set the tone in the 90s when we came out with the videos and shit, and we were dissing black women, dissing other niggas, talking about gang violence, killing, drugs, and all this stuff. And now y'all talking about popping mollies and so forth and so on. We can't really criticize that in sense because we set the tone for that. We have to atone for that. We have to atone for that and be honest. That's the reason why, in a lot of ways, when I look back, I look on that. We were warned by C. Dolores Tucker not to do that, and we cussed that woman out. Talked about her in rap songs, saying she's stopping our cheese and this and that. Okay, now we got money. No, she wasn't. She saw the future. No, she saw the future.
What did she
We
say?
did. She's saying that if we didn't stop this behavior with our rap music, the way we were talking and the things that we were doing, that it was going to destroy us as a people. And you know what? She was right. It did. It did. Because then shortly after that, what happened? We had the murders of Tupac and Biggie. And she was right. We didn't see that at the time because we didn't see what we were doing. Just like we didn't realize what the crack epidemic was going to do to the black community as we were in here killing each other and selling it to our own people and how it would destroy our own communities. We didn't see that either. We didn't see when we brought gangs in the destruction, how that would destroy us either. We didn't see none of those things. We do now though, because the end product is here now. We never looked at the end game of any of these things. We didn't have an end game, but the end game has been made for us. So now what you gonna do? And that's why I say you can't get too mad at these young people, but it's like what I want for them. Don't make the mistakes we did. Stop yourself while you can. Don't be stopped. Because if you are stopped, it's gonna be in the worst way. That's my thing. I want young people, if you don't listen to anything else I say, don't let yourself get so out of control that you're stopped. Because that's what happened to us. And the end game for us is prison and death. Y'all got a chance to change that. Now, speaking of change, it's been a lot of change with women in hip hop.
Why did you take it right out of my brain?
And now we're talking to one of the women who's going to be a trendsetter in women of hip hop.
Because I got a whole lot to talk to her about that. We're gonna go right over with that. It's gonna be great.
So,
Yeah. We're gonna be great.
I want to make sure I got 2 people on camera. I want to make sure we get all these beautiful tags.
We need to do a little bit. We need to do a little bit.
it came off and about to come back.
Worry about that.
Girl, I'm sitting here.
We want them to see you.
Hey, put them
There
on.
you go. That's what I wanted to. Actually, before we even get into that, just introduce yourself and let them know who you are, and let them know who you are. I know who you are.
My name is Murphy. I'm out of Pomona, California. Also, I call it by way of Chicago because I was out there for some years. My mom side is out there, so it's kind of like my mom and then my dad. Being from Pomona, y'all know. Yeah, but for the people that don't know, yeah. For those that don't know, I've been doing music for a long time. I actually started off as a dancer and at Pomona High. Woo-hoo. So, I would dance and choreograph stuff, and it was so crazy. Don't bang, so cut it out. Nah. But I started off at Pomona High dancing. I had been dancing all my life. That's pretty much all I did. And I started doing the music videos and stuff like that. Did Goody Mob, Master P, Make 'Em Say, just all those videos. And
Yeah.
I had a good time back then. And then it kind of like when I moved to Chicago, that's when I kind of transitioned into, how could I say, Mercy. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Who got you into being Mercy when you was in Chicago? Who was the influence in Chicago?
Okay, well, this is how my first song was Your Number's Up, and I was with off of Cocaine's album. It was, what was it called? Painkiller was the album.
Yeah.
And so that was the first song like I ever recorded. Like,
Shout out to Cocaine.
Yeah. I used to like battle a lot of dudes, but I never like took it serious. So I finally got the opportunity to get on that song. It was Big Chan and Karma.
Karma Holiday.
Yeah. And the song still bump. Bang. Yeah. So,
Karma.
yes. Please.
Who was your influence in Chicago?
Back to what you said, when I got to Chicago, I was a dancer, but I wasn't a stripper. I was a stripper pole teacher. So I would teach stuff, half the time I didn't even get through the classes because they would be, ladies get drunk and then they want to get on the pole and take over section. 2 hours over, it's time for me to go home. They don't care. They want to know one movement and get your ass out the way. They know more about you. So, I was doing that. And then I started modeling, doing a lot of pinup girl stuff. And, people would tell me since I was younger, like, oh, you too short, you too dark, you this, that, nose, this, whatever. Man, when I tell you, one thing that I learned quickly was to listen to my aunties. Because they would say, like, yes, rest in peace, my aunties. I miss them so much. They see a real comfort.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Very close to Gracie and Renee.
Yeah.
Stupid. Gracie beat up
No,
somebody.
definitely Auntie Gracie. Because she used to talk about you all the time. Yeah.
Renee, I remember, I'm gonna tell you, they used to be the hair snatchers.
No, that's not
They used to beat girls,
That's great.
pull every braid out,
Listen, play
and
with you.
beat. I used to watch them. I can say them. What I can say though,
Like I
right?
said, they Renegade Darrington. Let me tell y'all something. They was fighters.
They was fighters for the South.
And when Gecko break that
And
hair,
they was sweet, but when Gracie grabbed you, it was a wrap.
Grayson played with you.
Oh, she didn't play.
Yeah.
She either like you or she didn't.
Facts. And then the
She
crazy
like you, she
truth
did.
is, she really did not like nobody. It would have to be something
You have to
yeah,
Yeah, that you did. Like you had to. Yeah.
disrespectful,
No,
because she likes it to be family.
Yeah.
And even if it's like friends and strangers, she want them to feel like family. It's always feeling like family.
Yeah, because
Just piece here. Let's make room for the big guy.
your uncle Pat my cousin, and that was they.
I know.
You coming this way, right?
Yeah. He can just stand up, love. He can get around there. Old school's here. Had to take care of his daddy. Damn, boy, we gotta get you. Come on, Santa Claus.
Air.
Santa Claus.
He doing King.
He said Santa Claus.
Oh, that's what beef you love from the dog pound.
Oh, that's what y'all.
These two see each other, and all they do is talk shit to each other. I love beefy love.
BB is so good.
But yeah, that was something. But no, you can never really listen. So it's like I said, the Black community will do two things. It'll either bring you up and bring you down at the same time. So you have to figure out what direction you're going in. And good thing that you listen to people that had your back and you listen with your gut instinct that you could do it.
Yeah, exactly. And it was just, how could I say this? They were my like push, they motivated me. They made sure I got to all those video shoots. They didn't care that I would do the shoot because I was in school, but it's like, okay, you better get up for school in the morning. You know what I'm saying? So it was just, I'm so grateful for them, even though they're no longer here with me. I feel like their energy is around me all the time.
It is.
And I don't even have the time. My brother, he'll ask me, I don't even know how you get through it. I don't know. And just to have that many people that were so close to me just gone like boom, 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 and then I can't never take off. I can't take a day off. I got to keep moving because I got people depending on me and stuff like that. So you might have people judging you or trying to like bring you down, but it's like y'all have no idea my world and what I got going on over here. How many people depending on me when I wake up in the morning? I gotta like, even if I'm feeling down, I gotta like make myself like get it together. And it's people looking for me to give them, the push. It's like,
There's a public view and there's a private view, and that's
Yeah.
always where it is. And people never know what the private view is going to. And what you're doing is which is very hard to do, is to push down that private side because you got to make this public side work for you.
yeah.
And pick a time when you can deal with the private view, which is very hard because it doesn't sound like you have much private time to deal with your own thoughts and feelings.
No, and one thing I want to say, because I never speak on it, when I first started, there was no room to get ready. It was just, And that's why they say it's in us, not on us.
That's real talk.
Like for real, I'm so
That's real
serious.
talk.
Like
That's real talk.
I didn't even know half the time like what was going on, but I knew that the money is coming and now we eating. You know, now what do I do if I want to take a break because somebody passed and then the bill's still gonna be there? Or guess what? Some got to go towards a funeral or some got to go towards this. You can't stop.
You can't stop.
So
Wow, that's incredible. Spoken that matter.
Because rapping is entertainment, but it's your job.
yeah,
And it's like I went through the same thing. You know, I lost my entire immediate family within a 6-year span before the age of 30. And I had a small child. It affected my marriage and everything, but I still had to keep going because I got this kid. I cannot fall apart.
Right. Right.
I have to raise this boy. I got to work. I got to keep going. And I know how stressful that is. Trying to have your own thoughts.
got people judging you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
People
saying?
telling you that you should
Yeah.
feel, how you should react, what your emotional level should be,
They not even knowing.
not knowing what you're going through inside.
Let me tell you this.
Well, I'd be getting glossed when you be talking the truth.
That's
That's dope. Yeah, you tell the truth.
thing is, when my son went through the whole brain surgery,
Sing that. Sing that.
when I tell you the most things came at me, like all those things I be waiting for, like, oh, money, like, oh my God, like this gonna help the whole team go and we gonna eat it, all of this stuff, like even just bills, like you like, okay, this gonna be perfect. And then next thing you know,
Something.
that happens, but it's all happening one
At the same time.
Like, what did I call it before? You getting blessed in the midst of chaos, and that's what was
like that.
happening. That's exactly
That's what
was
that is.
happening.
But
The song like that. Blessed
But you couldn't
in the
enjoy
midst of the
You couldn't enjoy it.
That don't-
I couldn't enjoy it
You
at
couldn't
all.
celebrate because you was waiting for the other shoe to drop.
Yeah.
And that's how I was for years. I always waited for the other shoe to drop. I had two things on me. Dealing with the circumstances of the death of my brother, which was very violent and brutal.
Yeah.
And just, I had to do that.
And that kind of started a war. We don't want to get into that. but it
Then,
started a war.
then had the death of my mom, and being afraid that I wouldn't live to see my son grow up. Being afraid that I'm gonna suffer the same fate. That went on for years. I wasn't living for years because of those two things. And I finally, I want to say it was probably about 4 years ago that I really started living, because I realized two things. I don't have to forgive you, nor do I have to hate you for what you did to my brother, and I don't have to let it affect me. I just don't have to give a damn about you. That freed me right there.
I like that.
I also realized my mama's fate was my lesson and blessing of what not to do and what I need to do, all in the same breath, and how to be the woman I am today, and to quit being scared to live,
Right.
because dying is going to come for me and I can't stop that when it comes.
Yeah, as they say, as the
So
older you
being
get,
afraid,
the more people you
that's
see.
right. So me stopping myself from living because I'm afraid I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die anyway. That we all are. So I can't stop that. But I'm stopping myself from living. I stopped doing that. And I started living. And that's when I became at peace, finally.
Right.
And that's
That makes so much sense.
To hear that.
That makes so much sense. That makes so much sense. There's-
This is the most peace that I've had, and I'm 56 years old.
you-
Because as a young woman, I was like you. I was pent up with nerves and just having
Well-
to survive. It was always survival mode.
with me following you and me paying attention to you and your drive, right? I'm gonna let go of the personal stuff as far as me knowing your dad. I don't know if you knew this, but did you know that when I got put on the South Side Village, your dad put me on? Did you know that?
And I didn't heard the story.
There it is. So see, facts.
It's a
So what I'm saying is that true story. So I look at you and I look at today's artists and I look at you being, I told my brother earlier, I told him, I said, one thing that I really admire about her is that you can work yourself as far as being an artist. You know what the word diva means? Diva means a hardworking woman that didn't have to do this and do that and do this, do that to get her career off the ground. When I watch you, I don't see you with your ass on the screen, titties all in it. Excuse me, you guys, but breasts all in the screen. I'm just saying, I don't see you. I don't see you promoting music like that. I see you promoting yourself. I mean, you're
We can't cuss.
attractive woman is an attractive woman, but your substance is not strictly about showing your ass and doing you
I
lyrically.
to be that like
You don't do that.
Yeah.
You don't do that.
And you're gonna like it's certain. I got mixtures of different type of songs and stuff like that, and it's always gonna be a time. But it's a way, even
It's called tasteless.
you know, going there to that. I'll hire other people to do that, but
It's
I'm
called-
not personally gonna do that. Be twerking because it's kind of like you know I got nieces and
What I'm saying is that-
it's a little it's weird for me.
What I'm saying to her, sis, what I'm saying to her that she do stuff that's tasteful and not tasteful.
And
That's when I really look at you
you do quality
in a whole different manner of
work.
Yeah.
You're not putting out a quantity of junk. You're putting out
never,
quality work.
never. Why
Your
you talking to me like,
videos and
what is
fit
you
the
doing?
song that you're doing.
You too dope.
Yeah. It's-
You're too dope. You're too dope to be doing
I
that.
appreciate that.
Let your talent speak for itself.
What made you start rapping?
Well, I just been rapping like since I was little. I always dance. I like to entertain. Like I'm really like an entertainer. I love when it's time to hit the stage. Like it just do something to me. I love it.
Black out.
You know, I've seen your presentation. She's got a rap with my niece.
She
But
dope.
I'm just kidding. That's
You look very comfortable. You know,
you work, you look very
comfortable. Yeah, you look comfortable. You
Yeah.
talk well. I mean, I'm sure I was there.
I got kicked out one time. I like they're like, calm down. You heard me?
Yeah.
But I had
Happy about it.
I had a couple drinks, you know.
Be just to know that you know I have people in the building. That always feels
So
good.
these are influences as far as female rappers.
Female rappers, Lauryn Hill first. I love Lauryn Hill. Like I've been speaking about her for years. Like
I follow her right to Lauryn Hill. Great choice. Who else?
Bahamadia.
Who says that?
Yeah.
That's my girl.
I would put her up against any female. She's gonna kill every female rapper. Like no.
I'm a deal with the beach.
I've been
Right.
I love Afro. I saw
What do you think about Rhapsody?
I love rap.
Here you go. So we
Yeah.
talking
A lot of different music. Like I'm not picky at all. I'm gonna tell you who I love right now, and I just play him. Anything he plays,
him.
yeah. Davies.
Who?
Davies.
Yeah, Davies. Cool.
Yeah. Dope.
Mostly claim Crip, but I ain't putting it out there like that. You know, he's the East Coast nigga. Chocolate Davies is dope. He's dope. He's
Yeah.
dope. There's a guy that I've been dealing with lately. I want you to listen to him.
Was it the guy you posted? Yeah, okay. He's dope. You can tell he's a lyricist.
Guess what? He's a Christian rapper.
Steve.
Period. So if with you being a lyricist, he's speaking nothing but Christian rap, but he did it in a different. All of his songs are like that.
Yeah, I see.
So that song was basically about how these churches are getting rich and the pastors do not care about their
Congregation
the conversation. They just want to get rich and buy cars and land
and jets.
and jets. So
Shit.
he's dope.
And shit.
Like,
I need his jet. Me and Jesus need a jet.
I'm gonna give you some more links that you
But
can
the,
just
see,
pay
that's the
attention.
thing, though. We're in the age of truth, where the truth can be told. And the truth is going to be brutal and hurtful to some of us. But it's
definitely.
enlightening to me to hear it, because it's like, okay, I always felt this, saw this, and now it's coming to fruition. And it's not that I'm glad, it's now it's out there. We have a chance to change things,
Oh yeah, but you know
change
what?
behavior.
But you have to realize that this happened with me being in the industry for so long. My first record came out in 1990, that I've watched the transition from me doing like my most recent record right now is Eminem. I ain't that old. I got a record with Eminem and it's recent. So I ain't that old. But I've always had a record damn near every year, am I right?
Yeah.
That's done pretty cool. But I'm looking at the
Who's that motherfucker that said you ain't did shit since Vanilla Ice?
Mob James.
Fuck you, Mob James.
Remember Mob James?
On Crip.
Mob James. But he came back.
My bad.
And you know, let that go.
Yeah, we gotta let all that go.
We gotta let that go.
And the reason for that is because
I'm 27 million records sold. Nathan Bookman.
Oh, okay. Then you need to stop.
I'm taking it hard.
yeah, you don't think that because people ratings because they need money. So you gotta take things with a grain of salt. But this is what I was saying before when it comes to the
Listen, you think it.
I saw it. And this is what I said, but this is what I said. Yeah, but see, this is what I said. It's the black community not being together. Because we go on these different platforms and we do this type of shit.
It's called slave mentality.
It's not slave mentality.
It is slave.
No, it ain't. No, it ain't. They know exactly what
Let me
they're
tell
doing.
you, sis, if you listen to what I'm trying to tell you, if you pay attention to slavery days, when they used to say this, light skinned ass, at least she get to eat this, she in the master house. She ain't got a whoop whoop. They talk shit about you. That was called hating. But they used to have a word back then saying you're a hater. Like,
No, they was hating in Africa before slavery.
point that big.
So that's not.
That still goes on.
But that's not.
I mean, that's the whole.
No, since I think
The School Days, the movie was that the whole fragment of the movie.
Yeah, but you see, here again, I don't even. They was doing that before. This was before slavery. The mentality is tribalism, is what you are seeing. Tribalism meaning it's individual.
I was gonna get into that. I don't want to get into.
I'm not surprised any that was said about you. I took that shit and I was like, yeah, okay. You know, so this is what I see. But what I am seeing is female artists taking over the game.
Oh yeah.
And they doing it.
In jail.
Well, that's not our fault.
Well, you know what? Let me give a good example. Mercy, have you heard this song say, "My coochie is pink and my booty is brown"? Have you heard that song? How disgusting was that song to you? People 100, don't lie. What did you think about that, right?
It was funny. I thought it was hilarious because I actually got a song called Balls, but we was playing when we made the song, like balls, biggity balls. You know, we was on some goofy stuff.
That sounds. Biggie balls sound like it's been put together. We talking about some shit that don't sound like. We know your coochie is pink and your booty is brown.
They made that song everything, and I'm talking about like everybody is pushing it. Like
I like a change. You know what I'm saying? Like I was saying before.
they love her.
And
Yeah.
That's like we used to think. You know,
it's not about how you think.
when we were growing up, mom used to be like, "What y'all listening to?"
I understand where you're coming from, but what I'm trying to say is that when me going back to me telling her this, that she's working herself to be in an area of being a diva compared to, that will never make you no diva. You will never be talked about. That record will come out and be whatever, but I guarantee you that she will never be looked at as someone that will be respected in the music industry. You get the point of what I'm trying to say.
The way shit is now,
They're not gonna do it.
Fucking Donald Trump became president.
Yeah, but he did a good job. That nigga left with a whole lot of presents. What I'm trying to say is that
he got 5 indictments.
But bro, the point of what I'm trying to say.
Get a load of that.
But the point of what I'm trying to say is that music, when you take away from a Latifah, a MC Light, a Lil Kim, a Bahamadia, a Rhapsody, and then you got women who sound like they're in the second grade rapping, talking about they got a pink coochie and a brown booty.
Nigga,
You cannot put the comparison
Gucci Man
because the Gucci Man sound like he was in the 3rd grade. We can't lie about that. But I'm trying to say is that you have to look at. Listen to me, bro. What I'm trying to say is that look at Latifah, who was strictly a MC. Now she do what? Television. She's getting Emmys. She's getting the longevity lasting from good substance. Do you think that you're gonna see this girl who's talking about her coochie is pink and her booty is brown? Do you think that you're gonna see her on the TV screen getting an Emmy?
You want me to say something?
Yeah, I want you to.
We didn't expect her to get where she at. She's bigger. She had Drake, and they consider him to be the big. She had
See? Let her get out.
but him shouting her out, like everybody's shouting her out, like endorsing what she has going on for whatever reason. And that's just what's happening right now. She went to
So it's not opinions. Hold up, let me We don't care about what Drake did. We're talking about what feeds to our children and what the community is.
With that and at a high school, at a public high school.
And did the song, performed it. And that was cool.
Times have changed. I told you.
That we know that. We know that. That's why you got kids.
When we was growing up,
Bro, where were you going? What the hell, y'all? Mama never did that to us. We ain't saying mama. We saying that mama ain't never. I ain't never heard my mama say, "What y'all listening to?"
I remember.
I don't.
I remember. She's going, what is that? What's that?
Not to me.
I remember.
Never.
But it did.
On God, I've never heard my mama say, "What are you listening to?"
Parents did.
Because my mama never listened to me.
Is to just do that in front of my dad or
Right.
my uncle, rest in peace, Bobby. Like even with him, he came to one of my shows. He said, "Oh no, niece, like, like you about to talk about this cussing stuff." Like he was out, like he couldn't imagine me doing it, and I couldn't really imagine myself doing it in front of them either. So I don't know. It's just I don't know. I guess
I mean, I'm gonna tell you. I think that me personally, I don't care what nobody say. You can go against what I'm saying. I feel that a lot of people are being famous from undeserved talent.
oh yeah, it's
And I feel like the perfect examples.
it's cloud chasing.
We made cloud chasing.
If you look at the Kardashians, y'all give me one.
The first cloud
Give me,
chasing.
hold up, sis. Give me one talent that the Kardashians got. Name. I'm talking juggling and
None. Sex tapes.
I tell you.
yeah, please. And then well, you know what? Then I watched. Look, let me tell you how bad
I got paid. That's for Ray J Dick. We can work.
None of them.
I'm gonna leave it at that.
They showed the Kardashians. Hold up, they showed the Kardashians standing on the Dodger field, and listen, they got all of the Kardashians together holding baseballs on the pitcher's mound. And guess what the meme said? The first time Kardashians ever touched white balls.
Saying?
Yes, you get what I'm trying to say?
Yes,
You
but
get on my nerves.
They showed the whole Kardashians holding baseballs on the Dodger.
But see,
It's the first time.
but we think it's funny.
She didn't have Courtney. I said it had all of them, and they standing
See,
in
here's the
the.
thing. Here's where our mistake was made.
You said ours,
Yeah.
black culture.
Yes, we pushed up in there with Kim, pushed our own children off in there doing sex tapes. Don't think that wasn't signed off on for Ray J to do that sex tape with her.
That was put together.
There you
Make
go.
that happen.
Okay,
Yeah,
so that's what I'm saying. So here again,
The mama's the
this,
kid.
but this is what I said. The trash is coming from these communities from our era, and now their children's children is doing this shit.
Let's get back into verse 7.
Yes, Merce, what are we doing? You want to
We
be?
talking about
would you-
it.
no.
It's coming together. And
It is coming together because I was about to ask you this, Mercy. Would you rather be independent with your music or go with the major label? I'm asking that for a reason.
I actually just had this conversation. I would rather be independent with my own money behind me doing what I want to do. And even like right now, I'm gonna let you get back to what you was gonna say. But even right now, like I'm working on content right now. People think if you got a deal or somebody throws some bread behind you, whatever the case may be, they think that's it. You gotta work. Like I don't care who you are. You can have the biggest check. You still gotta get out of here and do content. Get with people, network. It's so much to this, more than just rapping. Like there's so much to it, and it's crazy.
I got a microphone goes around this motherfucker. I ain't touched it. Y'all see me touch anything? I'm taking my seat, nigga. I'm not sitting here.
You said a deal? Because I'm like, I don't know, but
I touch anything.
I'll make sure I don't bump you.
Mike, I didn't want him.
Yeah, he didn't want it. The new producer was like,
Like,
what I like about it is how you handle the business aspect of it. You realize that this is the business. You're not so starstruck with the artist that you come in contact with that you don't look after your business, and that's what I like.
Yeah, like I be feeling like, okay, like say for instance, if we go to something like you invited to some red carpet thing or something like that, to me, I love the whole vibe of it, but it's like with me, it's kind of like, okay, now I'm done. I did network. Now it's time to get back home and handle some business because there's no, I'm not getting
They
no
all
money. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. It's only so much. So it's like, yeah, network, make it make sense. I'm not just about to be out partying, just doing whatever, just for nothing. That's not my vibe. And then plus, when I move, I gotta move. It's plenty of people with me for a reason because of what I'm trying to give off, and it's working. Whether it be in the like personal training, you know, and the health, you know, with health and fitness and stuff like that. Like it's so much more to this. Like people have no idea. I just be there like, yeah, I have no idea.
But I think it when you post that, I like that because you give really solid advice. You're like, okay, you know, this is what I'm doing for my workout routine. It's not only for me to perform, but this is for you. You could incorporate this in your personal life just to keep healthy. I like some of the meals that you post up there, some of the drinks you do. I pay attention to all that.
And
I
that's a
like
question too. With you being an artist, you're a mom, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So with you being an artist, not trying to be or dig into your personal life, you don't have to answer if you don't want to, but are you in a relationship? Okay. Reason why I ask that is because I look at it in a manner of I watch you and I watch your posts and I see that you stay busy.
I was in a relationship.
Huh?
I was.
Okay, but
Yeah.
did your career interrupt your relationship?
Uh, yeah. We gonna pass that one.
Okay.
You know, you just
I'm gonna leave that alone.
attention to
The reason why I asked that, the
stuff.
reason why I asked that is because I've been in that position as well. That my mom always said, the best example, my mom always said that it takes a strong woman to be a pastor's wife. And I was like, what that mean? Because you got to remember when a man is over a congregation, women in the church want to be in his face, or they want to have, can you pray with me? Can you do this? Can you do that? And then it comes the same way when it comes to a female that's trying to get into the industry. A man is not going to understand that his woman is going to be, yes, going to be in her shadow, and people are approaching you and they want to get interviews, they want to do this, they want to do that. And it takes a strong man to be able to deal with. And I always said, you know, for me, I always said that when it comes to a relationship, as far as being in the industry, you have to have somebody that's compatible. You have to have, so if you're an actor, you want to have a wife that's an actress. If you are a musician, you want to have a wife that's a musician because they understand each other. It's going to always be unbalanced because, like my mom and my mom was a hell of a, got a record deal. My dad told her, I don't want you sharing your life to the public.
Because his ego couldn't
He
handle
said,
it.
I don't want you sharing your life to the
He was
public.
an asshole too.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, so
Traumatized. Like for real, like
not trying to get into your
that has
personal
been
business,
my
but
story for a long time, just dealing with men who I'm in the position of the man. Like I don't feel like a woman. It's like I'm always the like man, yeah, and then the dude is feeling some type of way. He wanna hate on this person. He mad at that person. Dude, I got 50 dudes with me. Whoever.
every day.
Like I'm not doing this with you, dude. Come join in. Help me. Help me. Let's figure this out. You get what I'm saying?
Help me get to the top. We can all eat.
I like that. Yeah. Honestly, it's a cold piece of chicken. One thing, like she just said, I seen her personally handle shit, run shit, and do shit.
Yeah,
All at the same time. I watched her do it.
It takes the
Lonely though.
It's
if you don't have the support.
also already in the mix of going through all of these other traumas.
Yeah.
You know, and then me, I just refuse. You're not breaking my day. Like I'm going hiking, I'm smiling, you about to be more mad. Like I don't want to let the world and just the hateful, evil just disrespectful, just people just fuck you over to make you just where you ain't shit inside. Like, I don't want to feel that way. If I gotta wake up every morning and reach out to my brothers, my family, different people about different stuff, I'm gonna do it.
What's your sign?
I'm a Taurus.
Okay, that's Taurus. What is
Yeah.
that?
Oh,
Is it April and May?
but I told you.
This
Yes,
and here you come.
yeah, but see, that's the thing. I told you, Taurus people, like I told you last week, are very structured people. They have earth signs are very structured. They have a structured way of doing things. So niggas coming in to disrupt that
Why?
structure got to go.
You want somebody that's like he see you. And that's it. Ain't it's really nothing else to talk about. You see me, I see you. You know what's up. I shouldn't have to tell you. You don't have to tell me nothing. Let's get this money. Let's wake up. You feeling down? Get up. I don't care. Even my
What's scared?
homeboys.
That's my
You
niece.
see these phones calls I'm on in the morning time trying to pump my homeboys up because you feeling down because your baby mama or this person did that. I don't care what you talking about, bruh. Let's get this money. Now, if I'm the female in this situation and I'm around all these guys, that's more motivation. Oh, let me shut up. I get into it. You know, like, so we about to play this. We not, and I'm not even just saying this. No, okay. But not even just saying it, just a because we doing this. Of course, my drink thing kicked in a little bit. I am being so real with you. Like, my everyday life is not a show. Like, this is what I really do. And like, even tomorrow, we have a big thing in San Diego. It's the Farmers Cup. Yeah, it's the Farmers Cup. And
What is that? That's old. Okay, they've been doing it for years.
Yeah.
It's a tradition. She said that's the shit that had to do with Monk. When Monk had old girl in my she's saying that's classic.
So let me tell you what's
That's dope.
90s.
So they booked me to come and do a music video. And the director's gonna shoot the whole video with the whole thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's just gonna be really dope. They brought out a lot of models. So I'm excited about that. It's just gonna be really dope. I'm
You deserve it.
And also, you was in
You
Vegas.
deserve it.
I seen you in Vegas. Well, you know, I knew
Jim Jones.
you was in Vegas, and they did with the festival. Because one of the dudes that did that performed there, Charles Hudson.
Oh, the last one.
This last one. See, I know his mama, so I knew that you were gonna be there. So I watched the video recorded. I seen you. I didn't tell you. I said you. He posted it. And I said, "Yeah, look at my girl."
Hey, like I keep saying, these guys.
And can I shout out my Unc West Coast Stamp? I just gotta shout him out, Richie. He right now with him, he ain't playing with nobody. He puts me where I need to be, and to get the money, and we moving around. Like,
It's a blessing. Shout out.
I'm so grateful
Shout out.
to him, and I know we working together because he has an artist, CM. Shout out CM. And what's happening is I'm on a few songs, and then we push it and we pushing together. So it's like everywhere you see him, you see me. Like, you know, it's like team. You know.
Right.
So not only do I have that going on, you know, I'm working with Gang Green. That's my boy. That's my bro.
You talking about Green Eyes?
Yeah.
Green Eyes.
Yeah.
Southside, that's my boy.
He was trying to come over here, but you know.
He
well,
found-
yeah.
His dad showed up on we did a special thing on OGs from the hood. We had his daddy on there, him and KB. We had him and Kevin Barnett on the show together. We had Gang Green's dad, Kevin Barnett.
Hey, we're gonna bring back your whole team. Matter of fact, before I even get into that, what's going on with this Kings Only?
Okay, so I started it just with t-shirts, and I was just trying to do something for my sons, and then it kind of like grew because what I did was when I left Chicago in Chicago, it would always be so many men around. Like if I say I'm having a show, they coming out. Like that. This is just facts. So now we here. You get on my nerves. So now we here in California. It's like, okay, I ended up linking with my boy. I've known Dave. Shout out Dave with IE Legends. He's the main person of, I would say, the face of Kings Only, because he's helped me like get it off the ground, like helping as far as
Dave, do
grinding.
we have another company? Backstage?
No, not that
Dave
Dave. No, not that Dave. Shout out to him too. He's
That's not moving.
yeah. Yes, he working right now. Yeah, so but no, this is my boy Dave. He's a personal trainer. He's actually a celebrity personal trainer. And so from there it was kind of like I started shooting videos and stuff, and I was like, I just the guy just started coming like, oh, okay, yeah, I want to be a part of this, and then we just start working together. Now we showing up, we doing different events and stuff like that, and then they're liking that. Oh, I'm gonna refer you to this. I love y'all. Look, like, keep bringing the guys. We love this. We love how you dress in the big crazy shoes and stuff. My bro said, he was like, this you right here, this your show right here.
I see all them big old Negroes, healthy ass black men. I was going, mercy little ass doing this.
And it wasn't even on purpose.
I know, I'm just saying, that is so dope to me.
He told me, call me queen. You, this, nothing.
Because I told my brother, I said I've never heard her call herself that. That's what I said. So that was
It's
my
never
person.
braggadocious. Everything
That's
from
Should I post that? I said I don't know because I don't know.
To y'all.
I know what you
They
mean.
don't think they notice what I'm doing, but I paid attention because I've seen it in my family and with my friends. Before it's, oh, bitch. When I start saying queen, now I can't nobody tell me no difference. I seen the difference. Queen. That's just all it was around me. So now everybody is saying that, and that's not to say that they wasn't saying it because of other things. But in my circle, my people that I know, y'all just saying it.
As far as
So
like
that's
our
a good thing.
friendship with our friendship for what, 15 years? Every woman that we encounter, we call a black woman, we call them queens.
Man.
And he always will be like, hi, if he
I gotta give old school his props though. I gotta
what
give
we do. You know, so I call you queen. It's
I gotta
not
give old school his props. He will say, he always call him queen.
Hey,
Even if they're
queen. To the store, if they at the wherever it's at, he's always like, if see a black woman, he open up the door, be like, hey, how you doing, queen? This is something that we've always done. You know what?
It just gives a different vibe. Like, it makes you feel good. And that's just what it is. But I don't even know why I was just saying that, though. What was I talking about?
I'm talking about the concept of you be hearing the word like people acknowledging you by calling you queen.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
and to me, like, if you see me in the mix, like, that's why I would trip, like, if somebody I'm talking to, if they feeling away. Because it's like, dude, you see me how I get down. Like, if we in a crew, you'll see the guys. I'm over here in the cut, got my blood, I'm chilling. Where the money at? What are we talking about right now? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not here to play. Guess what? After this is over with, my anxiety, I'm about to stress out because I need everybody to get to their cars. Because I don't want to leave nobody behind. Because guess what? You know what I'm gonna hear? If something happened to somebody, oh, mercy black ass, they out there, they want to perform and shit. No, everybody, we not hanging out.
Hey, you understand.
Identical, we're the same way. Time to go.
Not only that, when it comes to business,
because
I get shit done.
smoking and drinking, see, people turn into different people. So you don't want to take it
So you get on the character. People get on the character.
You want to do your business. You're going to come as a group, and you're going to leave as that group. Everybody ready? You ready? Let's go. Come on here.
I gotta do what I gotta do. You know what I mean? These people that's watching us every week. Tavis Miller,
Shout out.
y'all know who that is.
Yeah.
West Coast Hip Hop Awards. Thank you for looking out for us, man.
You gotta put her on that list, man. You gotta
Be drinking it, cream and caking it. I see you. Tara Scott.
What up, cousin?
She said, what's happening to you? She said, hey. Stephen.
Earl, what up?
Yeah.
Donnell. Floyd.
Donnell.
Julio.
What up?
I just want to give a shout out. You know what I'm saying? Because if they take the time to watch it, I got to take the time to let them know I appreciate it.
You know, do you know that I know like your cousins like Tojo and all of them? I know all of them. I know Angie, all of them. They
See, you know, I knew it was going to turn. I knew this was going to turn into a regime.
a month ago. Clear blue. He looks good.
Hang on my knees right there.
But I was about to get into this too before we even got into the music. You said you want to hear some music?
Man, I got
do too, though.
Oh, man. Y'all ain't seen
That's what I meant to ask her. The Pomona, what was it? Pomona Lady Movement?
Yes. Shout out Riri.
Shout out to Riri. I didn't. I wanted to work on that project because I did on the Pomona City Movement project. I did.
I was gonna ask her, how did she get involved with that?
That's the question I'm about to get to. But I did probably 90% of that album. I don't know if you ever heard it. The PCM.
I did. We was passing them out all over on the tour.
Okay, I did probably 90% of that album.
Yeah, I heard.
Okay, and I wanted to work with the women too, but whatever it went.
I wasn't there yet. I was in Chicago.
Okay, so when did you come in? When did you come in?
Okay, so this is what happened.
Yeah, let's do that.
I was going back and forth because I was doing a lot of shows in Chicago. So I had moved to Cali.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I was going back and forth still, flying out there.
Let me real quick. Remember, niece, I reached out to you. I was going, my niece.
Yeah, like you didn't come.
She was in Chicago. She was in Chicago.
You ever heard of Bum J from Chicago?
I never met him, but yeah.
He stayed up here, a year and a half with me.
He was just with him.
I produced. I was just with him. Yeah, he's in LA now. But he did mostly all of Bumps.
Bump is a legend, though. You got to give him.
You know what Bum J is?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Bum J is
He family.
He's family.
Matter of fact, y'all need to do a song together.
Bum J is here. He's here.
He here.
Me and him and his son, we just was together.
You already know y'all.
And they call Bum J the chief of Chicago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you want
And
he'll call away.
And it's like my lamb chops.
Yeah, Bum J. I was just wondering when you kept saying Chicago. I'm like, yeah, Bum J stayed like a year and a half up here with me.
Yeah, shout out to Bump J.
Dope.
But
Dope.
Nick, let's get into it because I'm
Wait, what was we? Oh no, we just missed like a
your music.
your music.
Okay, well then let's get into it. What was I talking about? You was asking me something. Just about to play.
Asking about how you got involved with the
Going to Sydney home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That nigga make you move fast.
when I came back young, he hit me. Yeah, and he wanted to sit down. My girl, rest in peace, Chasa. He sat down with me and I told her, I said, I'm not doing it if you don't come with me. And so we went and we sat down with him and he was just like, look, this is what we trying to do. He was like, all the guys, basically keep, referring you, like they're talking about you, like, okay, let's get you on. This is my daughter, yada, yada, yada. And then we all came together and started doing our thing. We actually started working the next day and we did not stop working. It was just like work. It was no pausing. And then like, I'm going to give you the short version of this. And I'm going to say that when they wasn't respecting what we had to bring to the table, it was kind of like we just going to respect the guys, So the guys got to go to stuff. We just sitting there like, okay. So to me, it was more funny to me because I'm like, dude, I'm already doing shows. Like I'm flying back and forth. So I'm not about to play. Like, we about to start doing shows, Riri. So I start setting up shows. But guess what? When I set up the shows, guess who was the audience? My family. Boom. Just everywhere we go. Just they coming, supporting us. Family. And so it just went from there. Me and her just started doing it. And then now it's like, oh, okay. They like, okay, yeah, come on. We see y'all now. And I'm so happy. That's how we got to doing our thing.
That's dope. You know what I'm saying? So that's dope right there. He said my family was in.
Before we get into her joints, I want to say a happy heavenly birthday to Lil Stone, aka Wayne Pierce.
And guess what else? We want to give a shout out to Hennessy. Hennessy lost her son. Louis, that's my
She
boy.
woke up in the morning and her boy was gone.
Louis, that's my boy. Corner from me.
Yeah.
He lived around the corner. Well, when I lived in
Hennessy, well, first of all, Hennessy, we love you. My mama loves you.
yeah, they lived by the park.
Didn't he live? Remember we saw him by the
They lived by your house.
Yeah.
Wow. Out to Hennessy, want to say like he goes.
Yeah, just
goes out.
We got to do what we got to do. That's what
We just found. I just found out today.
Oh, yeah, I thought you would have known. I thought.
The book. I'm not on that.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
But yeah, good dudes. So shout out to you, Hennessy.
Yeah.
Send our condolences. Whatever you need from us, just let us know. We got your back, as we always do. Wow.
I don't know
that's
California Live.
Say what?
She said she want to hear a song called California Live.
Nigga, I won.
You sure? Because I'm getting up. You want more?
We smoke in here. We can't smoke in here.
We smoke. We
We can't smoke weed in here.
smoke weed. This is right now. This is weed now. You can smoke as much weed as you want. Cigarettes are not allowed. The cigarettes not allowed.
Is he on a break or something, or just goes?
Camera ain't on me. Camera.
Who we listen to? Play my king. Since we here with all the kings. You guys be feeling. I'm supposed to pick up y'all shirts. I'm bringing y'all shirts because I'm going to pick y'all shirts up. We were so late.
Yeah.
Like, this is not I'm tired.
Yeah. They don't think I broke them at all.
Everybody got a master. Okay.
9 hours. Man, I got so much. We'll talk about it later.
They catch you getting real sleep.
Okay.
Not that sick sleep.
It's ooh.
That sick sleep, it ain't no sleep.
I'm trying to like learn right now how to do natural energy, like energy boosters versus us like going run into like a Red Bull or something. Like I'm trying to figure out how to do the natural.
You know what's good?
Yeah. You drink ginger.
Ginger.
It's good for nausea. It's good for lots of things.
Awesome.
It's good for a lot of things.
Turmeric.
Yeah, I take that every day. I take turmeric every day. Yeah. Because now I'm of a certain age. I do probiotics, and my probiotics have turmeric in it.
I ain't bragging. I'm 62 years old. 62. I remember when niggas at 62 back in the 70s looked like they was 90. You feel me?
It's like if you look now, look at us. So like for real,
Right.
for real. Our skin is
Some of us, the grandparents and shit. I'm like 10.
I got 4 years.
Yeah.
I got
4 years, I'll be 60.
you look good.
I got
Y'all got to look. Take care of yourself.
So I'm like, it's a choice. You know what I'm saying? Every day. Like you could want to just lay there, be lazy, whatever. Like I'll be want to be lazy all the time. Please believe I'll get in a couple of days, but I know I gotta get right back to it. Because if not, you're gonna slack off, and then before you know it, you're gonna be mad at yourself. You know.
Like I said, when I got sick last month, that scared me a lot. Because I had never had that in years. And that scared shit out of me. And finally, I'm back to my normal self. And I'm like, okay. But that was a lesson learned not to take myself for granted and think that I could do the things that I did when I was younger and ignore certain symptoms and stuff that I did younger. You can't ignore the symptoms like you did when you was young. And because you don't just bounce back like that. And I learned that shit real quick. I said, oh, okay, that's what that shit is. All right, I'm cool. You gotta worry about it.
Telling you, what was I gonna say? When I was at the hospital with my son, my braids were falling out with my hair in it, just falling out, just walking, just falling. I was like, this is crazy.
You don't even know. Every time I was, you was going through it. I was like, no, let me tell you something. You were being so strong. You know what I mean? Like you was being so strong. And I was like, so she doing this. Then I thought about my mama, rest in peace, and I was like, it's only a few. It's only a few. You know what I mean? Like strong women, man. Oh my goodness.
All of those years. And we talk about it now. My 33-year-old son, he said, Mama.
That shit looks dope on Instagram. Shout out to Instagram.
what you had to go through. I never realized my family really paying attention.
Yeah.
So I don't know how you
Well,
get.
I've been wanting to work with you, but I think that it's gonna take like some real studio time to make the right record.
Yeah.
Because you're not a
Not only that,
I think you really are a lyricist. So
right.
Wanna do the thing is this. Oh, and let me tell this little quick story. Shout out to Mush Millions in Chicago. That's the main person who
Shout out.
and like Twista. Oh, matter of fact, happy birthday, Twista. And
Straight Twista.
his birthday.
got great. Me and him got a great. Working with Slim, put the flu down. We did These Bitches Always Want to Play Games. Listen, your son, Slim them off the great record.
Shout out to that little black mother.
Yeah, yeah. So that's my nigga. That's a good dude.
All right, so look, we're gonna get into the song. Listen, man, come on. She said,
Let her pick the one that she
you
wants.
already told me. I pay attention. I'm an old guy. I'm an old guy.
You just got to
Come on, hear the thing, ain't it?
You can play either one. You
Which
play
one?
Dear King or My King.
Damn.
You know what? Play Dear King because I want y'all to listen to it if you never heard it before. I just did this on some remix stuff, and I actually shot like a little mini movie to it. Yeah.
So I gotta do something for my daddy and the OGs. What they did to them. Some they could two steps. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
We came from the struggle. Everything about it make me wanna hustle. They're knock it down, I'ma pick them up. And when they stress them out, we just get the money up. No more Bonnie and Clyde, cause we gon' make it and I promise I'ma ride. They don't know you like I do, but for you, I come through all black with. You be tryna act hard, but you love me. Have me on me every time you touch me. This is that feeling that Granny used to give me. I'ma ride till my king ride with me. Sometimes you gotta take the good with the bad. Motivate your man, help him go and get that bag. Yeah, motivate your man and help him go and get that bag. Yeah, my niggas dodging the fake niggas and coppers. I don't blame them when they move around with chops. So I gotta keep my eye on him even when he tripping. Oh, gotta pray to see these niggas his list. You the shit, pick your head up. And at times it gets hard, never let it. I know the devil's in your back. The pain got you feeling like you wanna grab straps. So that I got your back.
Hey, let's run back right there. Ray, run that back one more time, now.
We're gonna do that one more time.
Run it
Need
back.
a video to it too.
You know what?
So I gotta do something for my daddy and the OGs. What they good on. Some they could two step to. You know what I'm saying? We came from the struggle. Everything about it make me wanna hustle. They're knock it down, I'ma pick them up. And when they stress them out, we just get the money up. No more Bonnie and Clyde, cause we gon' make it and I promise I'ma ride. They don't know you like I do, but for you, I come through all black with. You be tryna act hard, but you love me. Have me on me every time you touch me. This is that feeling that Granny used to give me. I'ma ride till my king ride with me. Sometimes you gotta take the good with the bad. Motivate your man, help him go and get that bag. Yeah, motivate your man and help him go and get that bag. Yeah, my niggas dodging the fake niggas and coppers. I don't blame them when they move around with chops. So I gotta keep my eye on him even when he tripping. Oh, gotta pray to see these niggas his list. You the shit, pick your head up. And at times it gets hard, never let it. I know the devil's in your back. The pain got you feeling like you wanna grab straps. So that I got your back.
Yeah, that's.
That's dope. That's dope. Most good records come from reality.
Right.
It comes from your feelings and
What is your favorite song of anything you've ever made?
My king.
Okay.
And I'm gonna tell you why. Rest in peace, Willie Mammoth. He helped me write that from Long Beach. City Movement. His name was Willie Mammoth.
see?
Mm-hmm.
See
The
Movement?
big black one, always rapping, dope. That's Willie Mammoth. And that was my boy, and he passed away.
See, I think I met him at the radio station.
He's so dope.
I met him.
Yeah.
I met him.
You didn't met him before.
When we did the PCM and then we did the radio with Sugar Free, me and PCM.
and the LBC movement came to. I met him.
He's such a humble,
I met him.
big bear.
I met him.
Yeah, and that's
I know he rest in peace. That's crazy.
Yeah, he helped me write
I met him.
King, and that's why that song means so much.
Let's get into my king, bro.
Yeah.
Let me hear this record.
I want to get this song on like a show, and I'm
What do you
trying to
mean,
work
as far as
like I want it to be played like on a show, like just listen
you want a
to
placement?
yeah.
Okay, well then.
Yeah.
This the dude you talk to when you talking about placements.
Okay. See,
Right here.
that's why you speak up when you speak.
This he talk to about placements for TV shows and stuff like that. I've just been lucky. He knows how to do it.
We gonna play with the ass.
Thank you.
He my bag, he my king. Yeah, he the one, not the two. Like what it do? Y'all better keep up, cause I got me a real one. Need to fill up, and he like the plug. Catch every drip drop, everything that your nigga not. Told your mind the one, he my bag. Yeah, he my king. Yeah, he the one, not the two. Like what it do? Y'all better keep up, cause I got me a real one. Need to fill up, and he like the plug. Catch every drip drop, everything that your nigga not. Told your mind the one. Sheesh. Can't explain what he do to me. Crazy deranged. Took him some time to get used to me. Now he got me on lock. Took that little finger, push onto that rock. Tore down my walls, put curves to that block. Know it's gonna take a lot to move me. Gon' get that back every day like a movie. Vroom, vroom like a NASCAR. When he go down, down, I'm like, oh Lord. Can't get enough, always want more. Like Martin Gina, you go, boy. He my bag, he my king. Yeah, he the one, not the two. Like what it do? Y'all better keep up, cause I got me a real one. Need to fill up, and he like the plug. Catch every drip drop, everything that your nigga not. Told your mind the one, he my bag. Yeah, he my king. Yeah, he the one, not the two. Like what it do? Y'all better keep up, cause I got me a real one. Need to fill up, and he like the plug. Catch every drip drop, everything that your nigga not. Told your mind the one. Hell of a heaven sent. He hold me down like Obama, he president. Been riding since ever since. I hold the bag while he hold the evidence. Don't know where the time went. All I know is we went on reach places when time spends. Can we make it last forever? He said if we're greater, I make it better. He my bag, he my king. Yeah, he the one, not the two. Like what it do? Y'all better keep up, cause I got me a real one. Need to fill up, and he like the plug. Catch every drip drop, everything that your nigga not. Told your mind the one, he my bag.
You said it's been a long time. Say what you just said in my ear.
It's been a long time since I've heard a girl like big up guys or say a good thing about guys. It's you know, my pussy is this, my pussy is that. You ain't shit. I only want you for like 20 minutes, and then
you paying me.
Yeah,
and I ain't got time.
You're a munch. You're
No.
you know you're.
That's what they. That's
You're a horrible.
Because they beat you at your own game, they couldn't join you. They were saying bitches, well, you said money over bitches. So now this is what we got, but now we got an even kill here. The wordplay is crazy.
They like you could talk
Well,
about
you
it.
don't ask.
Well, the thing
I mean,
about
She's
it is,
animal. She's
I'm just talking about on things I heard
I don't know.
on those two records.
minimal.
So if you can get, I mean, you're talking about.
I gotta remember what you said earlier.
That's, I mean, placements. You don't have to bleep nothing, or you don't have to be overly. That's what people look for, because that's
You know what
they,
you need to
they have to do extra stuff to your
What you probably
song.
need to do, what you probably need to do is just make a file and just email you the files of songs, and then just let you go to work.
Yeah, because
you know, he's one of the greatest.
because there's nothing derogatory or nothing crazy in none of them songs.
And I'm like, I know that song, Like, you know, it's a lot of, I have a lot of
That shit go on the show that you were just talking about, TJ.
It's just like, it's something. Like, I know it. I
The show you were just talking about.
I didn't dream. I'm like that.
I mean, they're only going to use so much of the song.
Yeah, but
So
still,
much
it's a
of
track.
the song. So, but placements, you know, placements not right now because the industry is shut down. But
Yeah.
but for future, you know, placements are. I mean, that's people's bread and butter because one thing ain't stopping is commercials because
Never.
you don't have to have
Never.
you don't have to have union people working commercials. So and plus you can do a commercial without anybody saying anything.
Anything, exactly.
So nothing's gonna stop commercials right now. But the industry is shut down. Nobody's doing anything.
And when I tell you this boy, I promise I'll put it on my bro. He got great connects when it comes to TV. From
I'm just soaking it in. Like,
no, he got great. He got great.
I spent 20 years doing 200 music videos, 10 major television shows, movies, and you know, worked for
Even thing, you know.
get him a fan. How dare you not have a fan over there, fan?
I worked on the program a lot.
Yeah, he got the right connects.
But
And
we
we got
definitely appreciate that.
we got our sister, rest in peace to her husband, my boy, Shamello. His wife is doing it. She loved me, but she really loved this cat. She's
Yeah,
doing
she
TV
works.
now. She's doing huge.
She does all the stuff for Love and Hip Hop.
like everything.
Love
All
Hip
we
Hop.
gotta do is just talk to her.
Well, nigga, I do shit for Papa's Kitchen.
How about that? We know that.
Yes, when we gonna do an episode so we
From
can
the
eat?
You go, oh,
We gonna eat today.
Yeah.
dude, what day you told me?
Gonna be on the side of the park like, yeah, so what you yeah. What you
We love that. We working on a whole new program for Papa's Kitchen. It's gonna be all the way off the chain. It's real different. Real different.
even if
But those type of songs are important because
They are. For the
Because
culture.
if you're not, I mean, yeah, they can have.
Bro, can I get this out? Before you got here, Lisa was talking about what we're losing in our community. Remember you was talking about that? As far as how come she's bringing words that enlightens our community? You wasn't here. If you watch the show, you're going to see where Lisa was talking before we got into her. Lisa was talking about, we better get it right. They're going to start taking this away
Yeah,
from us. They're going to
the
talk.
one good thing that's happening right now is as far as well, there is those songs. That are,
We got her.
But-
Somebody who talks sense.
but being that the anniversary, because they just had the concert last night, you know, at Yankee Stadium, for the anniversary of hip hop.
50th anniversary.
Yeah, it was 8-hour show.
Nigga, if you see my phone right now,
yesterday. And so
what's up?
stuff like that brings the, you know, you get the MC lights, you get the, you know,
I ain't trying to do this,
get
but
all that.
Sir Jinx hit me last night. Sir, this, I'm keeping it 100. Sir Jinx flipped this to me. You know who Sir Jinx is?
who is it?
You know who Sir Jinx is?
Everybody don't know who Sergio is.
I'm just talking.
Just say
You always interfere when I be trying to get my free. You like, come back here. Everybody know. You never heard of No Vaseline?
oh yeah.
You never heard of Sir Jinx?
Okay, now
Never heard of
13.
Saw Sir Jinx, yelling what up? Loke. And mobbing.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say. Give it a chance before you say everybody
No,
know. But if you're a fan, you're like, you know, let we do the same thing. Let's be equal. Let us be equal. I'm talking rapping, you know, you talking boxing.
Yeah.
There it is. Sir Jinx is a huge platform of West Coast music. Yo-Yo, every record Yo-Yo had that was big, Sir Jinx produced it.
It's so dope.
Jinx produced it. He did No Vaseline. He did whatever. So he hit me last night, and this is just keeping it 100. He hit me last night, and he. I said Jinx is stupid, but TJ know that Jinx is goofy. TJ and Jinx laugh constantly, but Jinx is an asshole sometimes. So Jinx hit me with this. Ice Cube with a Mexican band, and he said he lost his attitude.
and they don't speak no English. I said,
Is that the AI stuff they're doing?
I know this ain't AI. This is look. This just show you how Jinx added. This all from Sir Jinx. This all Sir Jinx.
Yeah.
Look, but the reason why I keep it 100, he's Dr. Dre's cousin. He produced No Vaseline. You got two cousins going against each other. So I just look at it and go, this is how hip hop used to be compared to what it is now. Hip hop was that we get into a battle and
Well, hip
I'm
hop.
mad at you,
Hip hop
you're mad
and
at
rap
me, and it's
two-
hip hop.
two
We
different-
get at it. Now, if Mercy get mad at me, then I'm like, nigga, we sitting in the block. They will kill Mercy. Because the whole format has changed now. Now it's that, what do they call it? Ops? You going to kill your ops now.
Yeah.
If Mercy got something against me, then we got to kill her. That's how the game is.
When we started bringing gang culture into the rap industry. And that's look what you get on my name. I seen it.
You see this? So look what Jinx
You know,
text me. What is at the bottom of it?
That's, you know,
Yeah.
And he goofy as shit. Love.
eventually that was going to, it was going to come in.
Yeah.
It was going to come into play, whatever. I mean, just like when people saw, like, you know, banging a little rock.
Yeah.
It was like, holy shit, there's
Trips in Arkansas.
nobody, you couldn't even think of it, but couldn't you think of it if people was moving from other parts of the country? If somebody was living in LA and then they said, well, daddy got a good job or mama got a good job. So, I mean,
And obvious.
it's just we didn't have the internet. We didn't have, it was all word of mouth. Hey man, did you know? Or
Yeah.
you know, just it was unfathomable to think, oh wow, you know, like cussing on the radio, like cussing on records.
Yeah, cussing on records.
He was like cussing on records, like
That's
NWA and them.
so check this out today. Let's give a perfect example. 1986. I'm young as fuck. Do my first record ever produced by me ever. I got a homeboy that's from Pomona by way of Diamond Bar. We out there hustling. I do our first record. He tell me and TJ out the clear blue. Damn, if you remember this, bro, when he said, hey man, my first record I did was called Reality. Let's travel back down through history. Surface your mind through your memory, yo. Good or bad, it don't matter to me, because this song, y'all, is called Reality. What's that, TJ?
Go ahead.
What did he say to us? He said, man, we need to start telling the real. Let's tell the real. Let's just be hood on it. Let's talk about the Turkish chains. Let's talk about selling dope. And I said, radio would never play it. We 2 years ahead of time. Next thing you know, guess what came out? Fuck the police.
yeah, but they weren't playing it on the radio.
We know that. That's the whole point of what I'm saying, is that he had the vision of NWA before there was an NWA. And I said, man, I ain't doing nothing like that.
But that was
Hold up. The point of what I'm saying was back then when he gave that whole thing to me and TJ in Oklahoma City in 1986, we would have been the NWA if we would have ever recorded those records that he had in mind. He said that. Did he say that to us, TJ? We need custom records. But we don't need no radio. Let's just do records. I was like, nah, man, ain't radio gonna play it. And I got a radio song that went big. But we would have been, don't forget, NWA came out in 88. We would have been 2 years ahead of that time.
Let's get in 2023.
I'm just giving, you know, some insight.
What we got? What are we saying?
I got She Ready, Nutty.
She ready.
Oh shit.
that's my girl Tiffany Hattie. She ready.
Yeah, I you want to hear it? I did a song like you play She Ready. The video. No, I want you to hear this song that I basically did.
Thank you.
Let's talk about what's happening right now. I don't know what happened.
I like learning though. I'm sitting here, I'm picking up on a lot of things.
I'm still trying to keep up with
But I do want y'all to know, you know, some of the stuff that I got going on because it's so much more than that. Like I direct music videos, like stuff like that. Yeah. But this is shit ready to hear this.
She happy, she rag, Tiffany. She fly, she drag, Tiffany. She a boss, she hustle, she a G. She shine, she royal, and she a queen. She buy the bag, she a boss, so she on. She get her money low key to take her ass home. Bubble bath, roll the gas, little head. Be my piece, a bitch said what she said. My spoiled ass, get a pass, then I'm done. I'm a grown motherfucker, you gotta make me come. I be all up in my bag. Treat me like a queen, so I keep a hater mad. Chocolate, yes. I love my dark skin, been talking me for years, so you know I'm flossing. Body right, I got my shit tight. I'm a queen, but I got a killer appetite. Yeah, she happy, she rag, Tiffany. She fly, she drag, Tiffany. She a boss, she hustle, she a G. She shine, she royal, and she a queen. She happy, she rag, Tiffany. She fly, she drag, Tiffany. She a boss, she hustle, she a G. She shine, she royal, and she a queen. Out here trying to get it on my own. Been fucking shit up for so long. Haters in my zone, please leave me alone, leave me alone. Kick rock, motherfucker, get gone, get gone. I'ma stay shining, let him talk. It's a new day, about to go off. Picasso on the beat, and me audacity. Nigga, what the fuck you mean from the beat? Yeah, yes. I love my dark skin, been talking me for years, so you know I'm flossing. Body right, I got my shit tight. I'm a queen, but I got a killer appetite. Yeah, she happy, she rag, Tiffany. She fly, she drag, Tiffany. She a boss, she hustle, she a G. She shine, she royal, and she a queen. She happy, she rag, Tiffany. She fly, she drag, Tiffany. She a boss, she hustle, she a G. She shine, she royal, and she a queen.
And like me, and trying to be a beat, I'm like a bit, and it's think of some weird.
Yeah, I like that. See, that didn't miss it here.
Yeah, like
That's why I like when I heard that. That quality of shit. Right. That's not the right. Because that shit in the candy. That beat right there. Yep. That beat spelling up. Yeah.
see what else is on there. You heard West Coast shit? Be on the West Coast shit.
I got that right here.
Yeah. This the one that go up like when we do shows, like it go up.
It's just West Coast atmosphere. Just because you run from West Coast.
Myself and Gangrene. What y'all call them? Something eyes. Green eyes. Okay, so okay. So we was doing our thing on the tour, like, you know, performing and stuff like that. We had a song. It was called dang, I can't think right now. It was a West Coast song. It was the same like a West Coast song. So some stuff happened, and then after the tour was over with, when things didn't go, you know, the way it was gonna go, everybody went their separate ways. We decided to do our own version of it. We just made up our own West Coast song, and it's been going up ever since.
That's dope. Once again, I cannot say how proud I am of you. I'm glad you called me up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And,
They call him granddaddy.
granddaddy up, bro. Granddaddy.
Call him granddaddy.
Work with
I was gonna go in there. I had to leave because I had to go and check on the food because my brother, he be cooking and providing stuff and want to make sure that everything was not burning up because it smells so good in there. You know what? Yeah, that's why I went in there because I know that she needed some help because I heard her. But it sounds good, damn good.
well, we're gonna go to this new one.
I heard the other one.
Okay. This is called West Coast shit.
What do West Coast?
Oh yeah, I didn't get to tell him.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically, me and Green Eye, Gangrene.
And that's the song that I hit you about and said. I hit you about that song. I said why you only got a hook but don't have a verse. We have a verse on this.
Oh, this is that one. So you did say that. You did say that. Yeah. That was the other song. It's something else.
Yeah.
Let's run on the beat.
Yeah.
I be on my West Coast shit. Two-step, fuck it up a little bit. It don't matter if you blood or you drink. That's how we do it on the West, little trick. I be on my West Coast shit. Two-step, fuck it up a little bit. It don't matter if you blood or you drink. That's how we do it on the West, little trick. I be on my West Coast shit. 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 Lady like but I'm known to fuck it up a little bit. I come hard at everything. Niggas know that I'm the shit. I ain't talking about my looks, you know the boys hella lit. On the hater, I shit. On the hater, if you move hella fake. Out the way, I'm to the paper. I'm a paper type of chaser. I wish that I was greater. Trying to break me down, but I'm focused all around. I tell the ladies better hold a nigga down. This that grown woman shit. Boss up on a bitch. Look a little closer, my landing on bliss. Gangrene and mercy, P-Town is the shit. I be on my West Coast shit. Two-step, fuck it up a little bit. It don't matter if you blood or you drink. That's how we do it on the West, little trick. I be on my West Coast shit. Two-step, fuck it up a little bit. It don't matter if you blood or you drink. That's how we do it on the West, little trick. I be on my West Coast shit. I be on my West Coast shit. I be on my West Coast shit. I be on my West Coast shit.
Two-stepping, Smith and Wesson on my waistline. Banging on these niggas to the baseline. Welcome to the West where it's no cut, so gangsters never waste time. And hoes be shaking apples, selling FaceTime. I be at the function, switching full of something, got a nigga leaning. Conversations with a bitch, trying to talk her into leaving. Look, ain't nothing to it, we can knuckle up and shoot it. If it ain't about the money on the West, we keep it moving. Look, I be on some West Coast shit. Banging on some left coast shit. This is the land where everybody out here for they selfie. Ball till we fall, cause the West taught us nothing else.
I be on my West Coast shit. Two-step, fuck it up a little bit. It don't matter if you blood or you drink. That's how we do it on the West, little trick. I be on my West Coast shit. Two-step, fuck it up a little bit. It don't matter if you blood or you drink. That's how we do it on the West, little trick. I be on my West Coast shit. I be on my West Coast shit. I be on my West Coast shit. I be on my West Coast shit.
I get on my like lyrics, this type of stuff, and if I'm over here with, you know, and they on some like West Coast, I know how to do.
You know how to express yourself.
Whatever's going on, make your stuff fit into whatever's happening.
Mm-hmm.
So Mercy, you know about how to get in contact with you.
Yeah, your Instagram, your Facebook, your Twitter, all of that. What is it? How do you spell it?
Okay. It's NO_MERC, and then my model page is No Mercy Kings Only. That's NOMERC Kings Only. So
You ain't just scoring on nothing.
no, just No Mercy Kings Only. Now on my name on my page it's NO_MERC.
Hey,
Both of them. Yeah.
there it is. Okay, repeat that again. Repeat that one more time, please.
One more time. NO_MERC on Instagram. My model page is No Mercy Kings Only. That's NOMERC Kings Only. That's it.
Love it. Okay. Before we get out of here,
Yeah.
scratch. I need to know.
Yeah, from
Let me
scratch.
get it together. Okay, so right now what I got going with Kings Only is, okay, you have a bunch of them who are more personal trainers, and those are the ones that are like out here printing I'm sorry, let me get it together.
Take your time, baby. Ain't no rush. We go. Yeah, don't worry about it. Take your time. We ain't tripping. We ain't in no rush. Stop you to tell the truth.
But to even it out.
Yeah, just take your time, baby girl. 100. You gotta love her, y'all. Yeah, she's
I don't show a lot. and I do it purposely. You get what I'm saying? Because to me, I just feel like people wear they self out. Why you going live everybody?
I just don't even know all
What you do, and then you keep some like mystique, and they want you to be places. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, like, yeah. You trying to like,
before you get into that. What about the touring life? You been touring, being on tour. Have you been on tour? I think
Yeah,
if you went on tour with Snoop. Yes, that's what I want to talk to you. You know who's that is?
like it was dope, but I feel like me now, like even back then, if I could have more freedom to like go, because we were meeting so many dope people, and it was like we wasn't. I think it was just more like a control thing. I'm gonna just keep it a buck. This is true. You feel me? I feel like it was a control thing. I know what I stepped into when I stepped into it, and I'm very appreciative. I've said that numerous times on different shows, all kind of stuff. I'm very appreciative to everything that was brought my way, but I worked my ass off to get where I am. That's always came to me. Right. You know what I'm saying? And the thing was, I didn't even know there was nothing to look for. There was never like nothing on the table like, oh, okay, I'm gonna go on tour. No, it was. You see us? Because we here too.
You know the person was our cousin? Oh, y'all, you just not finding that out right now. Keep it 100. You know the person is our cousin. Me and his cousin. Did you know that? Just listen to me. Did you know the person is our cousin? The only reason why I did the Pomona City Movement record was because he called me and said, we're doing a project. I stepped in and worked on a PCM project because he called. Do you know, I don't put no dubs on nothing. I didn't get paid a penny, a dime, a nickel. I didn't get nothing to work on the PCM project. But if you listen to that project and you listen to the production that I did on that project, I worked my ass off. I didn't give them beats that I had. I worked on every beat with them.
Hands on. Yeah.
Pomona Dre, Red, Buck Adams, they all came in the studio and watched me literally put the tracks together. Shout out to Pomona. He just hit me today. Shout out to Pomona Dre, Buck Adams, love Buck Adams, Red.
Shout out to Immaculate.
Yeah, come on, Immaculate. That's Tiptoe. Yes.
But
there's other people that should have been on the record that wasn't on the record that was dope as shit.
Yeah.
I remember when I first started to do my barbecue sauce, that same Negro who's supposed to be my cousin Percy, dissed my ass. So I'm gonna say what I'm just gonna say what I gotta say. I'm not shocked, so I'm not gonna, you know what I mean? Like I just remember he dissed me. So I'm just leave it at that. That's when I was with the Bone Thugs and shit doing things for them. So that's how I feel about Percy. I'm gonna leave it at that.
You know what though? That's what I call it. Because when I tell you, I just separated and just did my own thing. That's what I'm on. I just sometimes remove myself and create.
Because what he didn't, he hold on to all of this, that will hold me back.
Think about this. I could have been like all these people on the internet, just being loudmouth, all going live, going cussing everybody out. I'm not on none of that. Y'all can have this. I'm gonna build my own thing because I've been doing it forever. It's always been me.
Build your own taste.
It's been my taste.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And that way you can pick who sits at your table.
You feel me?
Because it's your
that's
table.
where I'm at now.
That's good.
And that's what it's gonna be. So
that's good for you. That's why I was always good
every time. Because I like so much. Like for real, like it's so crazy without my aunties here with me, and I don't even mean to say this again, but I do. Because this is like it's a lot of times where I was supposed to go do an interview, speak on it, but I just wasn't comfortable yet. And it's just like I feel comfortable because I'm with y'all know them, and then I just feel comfortable, speaking on it, but I don't even feel right with them not here with me, but I just gotta make it just be what it is, you know, and people don't understand, like, I know a lot of people feel like because I don't do a lot of the things that maybe the normal artist does, like, certain things, maybe that's it. But I feel like I'm okay in my zone, and I feel like I'm helping others, because that's my main thing. I love helping others. I love helping others elevate in different situations. If I could put you in position, they may not want me. but they might want you tall. I might know a tall girl who's just beautiful. But guess what? I'm gonna put you in position. She might not know nothing about nothing. But guess what? I know where to put you, sweetie. You get what I'm saying? So it's a lot of different situations where I'm doing a lot of things behind the scenes and people have no idea what I'm doing. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm talking about making covers for people. Like shout out to my bro, like LA Native. He do his thing. Like he is a full native, yes. And he, he's so supportive. People don't understand because they be like, dang, like, why don't you all around all these men? Oh, she's probably sleeping with all of them. No, sweetie, because if I was sleeping with all of them, we'd have way more than what we have now. So let's just keep it a bit.
Yeah.
Like we are working. Like everybody believe in everybody. Like I didn't. They could follow behind any girl or be with a woman to do anything out here, models, whatever. Obviously, it's something that I'm doing right or leading them the right way for them to even want to work with me and do these things that they do. Like people don't come out for people like that no more. Don't nobody really support nobody like that. You would probably have an artist have like maybe 2-3 people with them. That's it. I'm coming. It's people. They not booking me for nothing.
Right.
Like
That's good.
so it's so much more to it, and I just wish people see that. And that was my main thing. I'm like, I'm a talk. I just want them to know who I am, and I'm still not gonna get it out just in this one little interview,
Right.
But I'm grateful for this because it's being
Mm.
the right way. You know what I'm saying?
You're being transparent and it's honest, whatever the situation. I do want to tell you, grief has no time limit.
Man,
Okay, so understand something and take it from somebody who knows and suffered a lot of grief. Take all the time that you need to be. There's going to be some days you're going to be up over the moon, and there's going to be some days you're going to be lower than hell.
yeah,
And those days you have to allow yourself to feel. And then you will get it together and you will make the necessary moves that you need to make. But know that that's okay. Now, everybody's going to understand you because a lot of people, some people have not gone through what you've gone through.
Right.
So the thing is, you don't expect them to understand you. When they don't, you don't deal with it
yeah.
because you deal with the way that you have to deal with it because you know what you're going through.
That's it's the truth. It's just the
And I had to understand that. It took me years. It took me years to learn that. But it's all right to grieve.
Yeah, and I know it is, and it's so crazy because the way I was raised, I tell my dad all the time, I feel like he wanted me to be a boy on everything because it was like me and his relationship is like not like
The father and daughter.
it's not like that's like my homie. So
But when y'all together, though, you just
Yeah.
like,
yeah,
you know,
that's my boy, and like my dad is just awesome to me, and like he's very stern, and I thank him for that, because he could have been soft on me, but I wouldn't have been able to survive through all of this because I got to deal with it. I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna package what I do so that people can see it. But once they do, it's gonna go crazy because it's too many things involving too many people on a daily, from the morning to the night. You know what I'm saying? Like even once we leave here, So it's just I don't know. I think I just want to put things across the right way, and I know everybody blowing your phone up because they let me know that they was because I gave them your number. But you told me to.
yeah. Shit, I'm gonna be out.
That's I was like, yeah.
Yeah, they still calling if you want to. You got
It is though, like I said, always make sure that your finished product is reflective of you. That's what you want to project to the rest of the world.
Right.
And as long as you do that, all the hard work, all the blood, sweat, and tears is all worth it.
And you know what, Miss Lisa, like me, my thing, I want, because I know that my story and how, like, once I break it all down, I know that a bunch of little girls will peep what I'm doing and be like, oh, that's how you do that, or like I know that it's gonna be something great that comes from the seeds that I'm planting, and that's my main concern. It's not to see whose ass is the biggest or whatever. I could have went, got some body done. I could have got on the song, got up in one of these dudes, got a collab, humped the right dude. I could have did a lot of stuff, but that's not what I want to do.
Right.
I'm in a leadership position. Sorry, and I want to do the right thing. I'm not going to be perfect because I'm not. I smokes my weed and I be chilling. You know, sometimes I don't want to be
I'm
loud.
ready to do
But when I'm working hard and I'm making sure everybody, like, I'm not leaving nobody out. Like, it's like, okay, I know that I can't always feed y'all, but guess what? I'm going to make it make sense. You're not going to leave your family to come outside for nothing. I'm going to make sure it makes sense for everybody moving. Or we staying at home.
But the thing of it is, you know, you have to lead by example.
Mm-hmm.
And the bottom line is you have a crew of people, they all of you are on the same page. And one doesn't have to tell the other to get in line. You all know what the end game is. You have a goal. And long as you focus on that goal, it's never going to be easy. Life is trial and error. So you're gonna make mistakes. Some things are gonna seem like it's the right thing at the very time you do it, and then later on down the line, it's gonna prove that that's the wrong thing. And you gotta learn to forgive yourself for those mistakes. You gotta pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and keep moving. Because, like I said, life is trial and error. I've made a lot of mistakes. Life is trial and error.
Me too.
And as long as you're in this world, you're gonna keep fucking up.
Yeah, right. So
But you keep picking yourself up and you keep going.
and it's morally how you do it.
Yeah.
That's, to me, that's what I see every morning. I'm like, morally, like, how are you getting up? Are you getting up on some ignorant? Or are you getting up
If you
on
don't have a moral compass about yourself, that's what it's all about. It's about the moral compass. You have a moral standard that you've set for your team, and your team understands the assignment. And long as you understand the assignment, everything is going to fall in place. You and your team may not always agree. Sometimes you're going to agree to disagree. But when the main goal is in line, it falls in line automatically. You don't have to work too hard for it to do that. Because at the end of the day, we're all humans. And everybody's going to have their own ideas. Everybody else is going to have their own opinions. That's part of being a human. But when the goal is the same, it all works out, even when you disagree. Because if you're working as a unit and you're moving as a unit in the family, you're going to have disagreements.
facts?
And you can't be afraid.
As my man Chuck D says,
You can't be
move
afraid.
as a team.
That's right. And you can't worry about not getting along, because once you worry about not getting along, that means your foundation ain't strong to begin with.
2 minutes. We got 2 minutes left before I gotta get up out of here.
Hey,
Mercy,
what's up,
I just want to let you know, I'm glad you came. We gotta have you back. I'm gonna make room for the Kings.
Yeah, they definitely
Because-
gonna be ready to go.
No. We're gonna make room. We're gonna make it happen. Because I promise you that. But I was like, okay, I gotta make sure I got enough room. Because, I ain't at the lake house no more, but I'll
We
be.
could rent a spot there, because that's what I was talking to Miss Lisa about. I wanted her to interview me. We was discussing some stuff, and I was gonna rent out a spot for us to do it like really nice. So we could set up somewhere. It could be chairs. We could do all that. Like, my ideas be ready. Like, so yeah, we could do all of that.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
Cause they got like the rooms like this for rent, and downtown LA they got them everywhere. We could get it something closer too, and they already got it set up with the boom mics, the surround sound, and everything.
I'm self-made nigga, so I'm just.
I know I maybe, but
You know what I mean?
we could do it.
Anyway, that's what it is. Before we get out of here, one more time, give them all your social media.
Hey
One more time.
again. Yeah, shout outs to everybody that tuned in. I appreciate you, Unc. I appreciate you, Miss Lisa. I appreciate you. What's your name again? Old school. I'm not gonna forget him. And to Mr. Chalk, like, I appreciate you guys so much. And if you want to reach me, it's NO_MERC or No Mercy Kings Only. If you hashtag Kings Only, all my stuff will pop up anyway. And Mercy, Pomona Queen, and let's get it.
We can do what it do. We definitely.
This is what what it is. On the run, ENT.